Welcome into Baxter, Tennessee, this side of this high school baseball non-district matchup between the visiting Station Camp Bison and the hosting Upperman Bees. I'm Noah McKay on the call here on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network, joining the Jeff P.D. Goolsby press box by my broadcast partner, Jacob Vinson. Today's broadcast is presented by Gentry's Power Equipment, your hometown steel dealer. It is the first varsity start in the career of Carson Holroyd, the right-hander for the Bees, getting his warm-up pitches in. The Bees at 15-8, winners of 11 of their last 12 games, looking to make it 12 out of 13 against the Station Camp Bison, who are 8-17, but have started to get it rolling. 2 wins in a row for them. They are winners in 3 of their last 4. Holroyd today is going to face a Bison lineup that bats 1 through 9 like this. Leading things off is the left fielder, Noah Baloney. Batting second is the shortstop, Sam Mullins. Batting third, the center fielder, Nathan Parsons. Batting cleanup is the third baseman, Colton Coburn. Batting fifth is the catcher, Colin Gillespie. Batting sixth is the pitcher, Jackson Miller. Batting seventh for the Bison is the second baseman, Isaac Weeks. Batting eighth is the first baseman, Trip Fowler. And rounding out the order is the right fielder, Chris Adams. Mentioned it's the first start for Carson Holroyd. He's been really good this year, but all in relief. He's thrown just 7 1/3 innings, a 1.91 ERA. This is his 6th appearance of the season. He does have a save, 9 strikeouts to 3 walks, 2 earned runs allowed, 3 total, and 7 hits in those 7 1/3 innings. Noah Baloney climbs in first. A big opportunity for Carson Holroyd on the mound as the first pitch of the game misses low for ball 1.
Yeah, this is huge for Carson Holroyd, getting his first start as an Upperman Bee and trying to get it going here against a Station Camp team that just played for a state title last year.
And if this pitch is sent on a ride into left field, well struck, no chance for Case, and it one hops over the fence for a ground rule double. And a great start for the Bison here on the road. And really, both of us, from looking into this matchup, came away with the same conclusion. This is a Bison team that is better than their overall record indicates. They are dangerous, and you see it there with the leadoff double.
Yeah, 8-17 on the year, but they've won 3 out of their last 4, 2 in a row, and against Greenbrier earlier this week, both in shutout fashion as well. And then the guy they got going on the other side on the mound just beat Hendersonville last week. They scored 11 runs, so we had some run support. So it's a team that's playing some pretty good baseball here recently.
First pitch of that AB called a ball into Sam Mullins. Runner at second after the ground rule double to lead off the game on the second pitch. Holroyd, he's going to be in the upper 60s with the fastball. It's all about location, mixing it up, trying to keep the hitters off balance. 1-0. That one misses up and in. 65 on the gun that time. It's 2-0 here to Mullins. And this is a new experience for Holroyd. Started in JV games a lot, but you coming against a varsity lineup that's feeling good about themselves, and they're in a solid rhythm. Here we go, 3-0. Ricky Allison catches the balls and strikes behind home plate. Alec Wilson's at first, Chris Worsing's at second. Carson Shoops over at third, and Juju Yano is at short. Braden Green is in right, Rylan Case in left. As that one from Holroyd's across for a strike. Throw behind the runners, a little bit offline. He's going to stay put as Evan Huddleston, who's in center, came up to grab. Big update, though, for the Bees. Today is that day we've been talking about for a while. A familiar face in the batting order today for at least one AB. Justin Fallon is the designated hitter. We'll see him in the bottom half, and that is a gigantic boost for an offense that doesn't even need a boost, but they'll certainly take it.
It's an offense that's been really, really solid here lately.
Here comes the 3-1 from Holroyd. That one misses ball 4, and a good start on the road for the Bison. They got runners at first and second with nobody out. We imagine today it's Holroyd followed up by rookie Allison on the mound. It seems like Wes Shanks wants his top 2 arms available as they welcome in the number 1 ranked Division II 2A team in the state, CPA.
Well, and this kid right here in Parsons is one of the most talented hitters in the state as well. And so Holroyd going to have to make some good pitches here and see if he can't come up with an out.
Yeah, UT Martin commit Nathan Parsons, center fielder, climbs in. He's played travel ball with a couple of these Bees, Alec Wilson being one of them. We are going to see Alec Wilson on Saturday, we anticipate. Good pitch for Holroyd across, 0-1, as he tries to settle in out there on the bump in his first career start.
Yeah, obviously gave up the leadoff double that bounces over the fence, unable to find the strike zone there on that second AB, so a good get-ahead pitch there to start it off.
Couple of glances, now the 0-1. This one barreled up into right field. Green trying to find it against the setting sun, and he is able to range back and make the catch for out number 1. The runner will tag up to third That's not an easy play considering the time of day for Braden Green and Wright.
Yeah, and Green again kind of shifting from that second base position out to right field with Carson Holroyd going to the mound, which is where Holroyd normally is. So a nice play by Green, like you said, looking up into that setting sun on the run. Now, runners on the corners. You still have an opportunity for a double play if it's hit back up the middle with the one out.
A productive out for Parsons, though, as he moves the runner over 90 feet on the sac fly. Colton Coburn, the third baseman, climbs in. He's the cleanup batter. Pivotal moment early in this ball game. Runners at the corners, one out. We'll see how aggressive they are with a lot of speed over there at first. Healthy lead. And this one is ripped, and that one's going to get down for extra bases. One run will score with ease. It's still rolling back. Green just to it near the fence. Another runner heading for home, and he's going to score. It's a 2 RBI double for Station Camp's Colton Coburn.
Yeah, and you said it. The cleanup batter gets the job done, ropes it to the outfield all the way to the fence, plates a couple of runs at first and third. You don't have to worry about it when it's hit that deep, and able to play both of them and still a runner in scoring position with 2 across.
Colin Gillespie climbs in here. It's a big start for the Bees. You anticipate, looking at the matchups, the route to victory today, going to have to score some runs. That seems to be the case, and the top of the first has lived up to it. They've been scoring a bunch of runs, but we'll see what happens as we move forward. For Holroyd trying to get out of this inning and record some outs, that one misses away for ball 1.
Yeah, of course, we'll get to the stats of Miller coming up on the mound on the other side as well. Had a pretty good outing his last time out. He went 7 innings, but there was some activity on the base path around him.
A glance back for Holroyd. Here comes the 1-0. This one flicked over, no chance for Worsing. It's down for a base hit. Green with a great jump. Runner gets the late stop sign. A really nice job by Braden Green and Wright. And another base hit, though, for Station Camp. Puts runners at the corners again for Jackson Miller. He is the pitcher today. Can really help his own cause. For the Bees, they have not played a game like this because of their top 3 in their rotation. Worsing, Wilson, and Yano have been so dominant. They have not had to get into a shootout with anybody this year. For them to win this one, the way it started, it may be a shootout today.
Yeah, and for Station Camp, they've obviously timed up Holroyd here early on. A lot of barrels on the baseballs. That one just kind of off the end of the bat, a lot of spin on it, and gets past Worsing. And you said it, really no chance kind of deep into that hole off to his left.
Holroyd trying to battle in here. 13th pitch of the inning. This one's ripped over into the hot corner on the other side. Goes off of Wilson. He retreats. The throw to first is not in time. Everybody's safe. And it's going to be a hit. That's a tough play as it's ripped over towards Wilson. An RBI single for Miller. And now the Bees got to be careful. And I wonder if it may be time for Coach Dronebarger to have a word, as it's 3-0 with still 2 on and only 1 out.
And it's what you expect from Carson Holroyd and being in the zone. And then Station Camp has obviously taken note of that in his 7 1/3 innings so far. He really pounds the zone. They've been aggressive here early on in these counts.
3 runs on 4 hits so far, as this one is sent up into the air. And you mentioned that aggressiveness. He's been in the zone, kind of similar to what we saw on Monday here in this for Cumberland County. Their starter was really in the zone, and the Bees were able to tee off a little bit. We've seen that for Station Camp here in the top of the first. We saw Gloop hit his spots, and the Bees were just turning on it.
Mm-hmm.
This is Isaac Weeks. He's the 7-hole hitter, so this is where you really got to batten down the hatches for Holroyd. The 0-1. This one ripped up the middle. It's an Adam ball. Huddleston catches it on one hop and will throw in. Everybody's safe. It is the 5th hit of the inning for the Bison, and the bases are juiced as they try to break it open in the top of the first.
Yeah, and you saw Huddleston. He got a pretty good break on it, trying to come in. He did a really good job of not letting it get past, able to scoop it up and get it in quickly, and this will be the visit to the mound here for Holroyd with the bases loaded and 1 out.
Here comes Coach Dronebarger to have a word, and it's Carson Holroyd's game right now, though, because of what's coming up on Saturday, because of what's coming up next week with Livingston Academy. Rookie Allison at some point is going to pitch today, we anticipate. But right now, you got to find a way to get some outs if you're Holroyd on the mound.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's tough because you're throwing where you want it to. You're throwing it in the zone, but it just haven't been able to get it to the defenders. I mean, it's like you said it perfectly. It's almost exactly what the Bees were doing against Gloop on Monday against Cumberland County.
3 already across. If you can find a way to get 2 outs here on a double play, you're okay.
Feel a little bit better,
You love the way your offense is playing, but continues to grow. And one big swing here for Trip Fowler, who is one of the taller 8-hole hitters you're going to find. Could completely take the Bees out of it very early on in this game. Beautiful evening for high school baseball. We started at 6 o'clock, so the sun's a real big factor from Jump Street as that one bounces in, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, we had a great day yesterday at Smith County for some softball, great weather, and it's great again today.
The 1-0. Low and outside, 2-0. If this trend continues, it will be sooner rather than later. The 2-0. That one's across, a called strike at the knees, 2-1. Now, you do have Juju Yano in your back pocket.
You do.
We would be very surprised if we saw him today, but you do have him standing out there at short. 2-1. This one is barreled up, but right at Evan Huddleston. Fields it cleanly. The load up, throw in will be cut. And that's an RBI sac fly to push it to 4-0 for Trip Fowler.
Yeah, and the important part, you're able to get that second out. Still runners on first and second. Now a force out anywhere, trying to get out of it, and flush it and move on to the next.
9-hole hitter, Chris Adams. And this bottom half, no matter what happens before this next out, is going to be critical for the Bees as they look for an immediate answer from their big bats, which includes their biggest bat. Worsen, Green, and Fowling going to come up in the bottom of this first inning. Man, that lineup looks good with number 11 in it.
It sure does.
Holroyd, this one flipped out. Long way to go for Ryland Case. Got a good jump, but it's over his head. 1 run scores with ease. 2 runs going to score with ease. Thinking about 3 is Adams, and he will slam the brakes with a 2 RBI double. And this one may be over already. 6-0 for Station Camp.
Yeah, not a tremendous angle taken there by Case. Kind of went straight across rather than back and not able to cut it off before it hits the dirt or make a play on it. And now back to the top of the lineup it goes here in the first inning.
Maloney, he doubled to start this game. Back in here. And how about this? 6 runs on 6 hits, just 20 pitches for Holroyd. He's been in the zone, and Station Camp has turned on it. They have been able to time up that slower velocity. The first pitch misses low, 1-0, and they have laid off of everything out of the zone, have not chased a thing. A glance back a couple of times, the 1-0. That one's a called strike, 1-1. And Holroyd entered this game allowing just 2 earned runs on the season, of course, in 7 1/3. Already 6 of them across through 2/3 of an inning. Now a turn and throw way offline, but again, Huddleston backing it up nicely. And the runner will stay put at second.
Yeah, and trying to make something happen. Obviously, they're getting some pretty aggressive leads there at second base. You, of course, have rookie Allison behind the plate to help out with that a little bit. Just trying to get that last out, get out of the inning, see if you can't bring the bats to the plate.
I think for the Bees right now, you got to just focus your attention on home plate. Find a way to get it out there. Here comes the 1-1. Breaking ball, that's a good pitch. 1-2 for Holroyd. He would love to get this one here. Not insurmountable at 6-0, but it's certainly a big early hole. 24th pitch of the inning coming. Kicks and deals. That one dives away, and Deuces wild 2-2 with 2 outs.
And on that breaking ball, one of the few breaking balls that we've seen here in this first inning, but you said it, a really good one. Trying to throw off that timing just a little bit. These guys have jumped all over the fastball.
Certainly have. The 2-2 coming home. This one roped over. Nice back pick by Yano. Long throw is in time. Juju Yano makes the play to retire this side, but not before 6 Bison come across home plate. We'll head to the bottom half. Bees looking for a quick answer. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
A less than ideal start for the home team. 6-0 for Station Camp after the top half, but something is ideal for the Bees. As we look at their lineup 1 through 9 today, leading things off is the second baseman Chris Worsing, batting second, the right fielder Braden Green, batting third. The top baseball player in the Upper Cumberland returns to the lineup. Justin Fallon, designated hitting today for at least one AB. Carson Shoup will bat cleanup. Alec Wilson's the first baseman. He bats fifth. The catcher rookie Allison bats sixth. The shortstop Juju Yano will bat seventh. Carson Holroyd's the pitcher. He bats eighth. And Evan Huddleston, the center fielder, will bat ninth. Rylan Case being hit for by Justin Fallon. Chris Worsing has been on a tear. He will climb in here facing off against Jackson Miller, a very interesting start in his last outing.
Yeah, pretty good start. It was a complete game, although not the cleanest. 8 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, 3 walks, and no strikeouts. He only threw 89 pitches in those 7 innings and obviously had a good amount of run support as his team scored 11 runs as they won that game 11-4.
A lefty here in low velo in the zone. Very similar to what we saw in the top half, and it's very similar to what we saw in the top half. Worsing sends it in the left field. Mr. Consistency strikes again for the Bees.
Yeah, exactly what he's looking for. Gets one over the plate and puts it right out there. And very, like you said, similarly to what we saw in the top half of the first, jumping early on in counts. And we're looking at the velocity, about 72 on the fastball, 68 breaking ball, right around that 70-mile-an-hour mark. And so the Bees going to have some opportunities here to time up Miller on the mound.
The Bees certainly can score 6 runs. They'd love to get some back quickly here as Worsing's only batting .385 in the campaign. Feels like he's batting .900. As the first pitch into Green, called a ball 1-0. But in district play where the Bees are 8-0, they've already locked up the title, he's batting .500.
That's pretty good.
That shows the kind of tear he has been on. He takes a lead over at first. Miller, that lefty, looking right at him, so tough to get an extended lead. Now bounces in, and it's 2-0. And when Justin Fallon has been in this lineup, the Bees have been sensational. They've been really good even without him, but when those few games he has been able to play this year, they have really looked good offensively. They're looking for that again as this one needs to turn into a shootout for the home team. 2-0 from Miller. Nope, he's going to throw over. Worsing back in time. Chris, not a huge base-stealing threat.
Every time we say that, though, they usually take off.
He's 1 for 1 on the season. So I doubt it, but you never know. Colin Gillespie behind the dish, catching the balls and strikes. The 2-0 to Green. That one's across for a strike, 2-1.
That's usually where he likes to get it, right on that inside part of the plate, just not looking where he wanted it to be at the moment. With a runner on here, you feel pretty good with bringing Green at the plate, though.
Worsing takes his lead. Here comes the 2-1. And a balk is called. So Worsing gets to head over. He will pull into scoring position.
I'll take that.
It's the first balk of the season that I've seen been called. Now, there's been a few who should have been called in games we've done, but that one is called. 2-1 coming to Green. Miller with a glance back. And Braden sends this one into foul territory, no chance, and evens the count up at 2 for the Bees. You want to stave off that first out for as long as you can.
Yep.
You don't need them all back here, but you really don't want to let this spiral 6-0 for long.
Biggest thing, you just got to get that momentum going. If you get a run across, 2 across, okay, you got the offense going a little bit there in the bottom part of the first, then you got to get some outs coming up in the second no matter what.
2-2 coming to Braden Green from Jackson Miller. And he's able to just stay alive, fouls this one back. We'll do it again.
Not much of first time we've said it, but not much wind today.
Yeah, it's perfect. We couldn't ask for a better day. 71 degrees. There's not a cloud in the sky. The sun will be an issue, especially over on the right. We see the right fielder shading right now with his glove. Probably about an hour longer of that being a problem. Here comes the 2-2 again to Green. That one misses outside. Ball 3. We run full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And if Justin Fallon can come up here with 2 on, nobody out, you certainly take that.
Yeah, it'd be really big. Have 2 runners on for Justin Fallon, who's hitting over 500 already this season. 548 in just a few games that he's played in 11 games.
Yeah, he has 31 ABs and 17 hits. That'll play. A 3-2 payoff pitch coming from Miller to Green. High leg kick, and we'll do it again.
right to us.
It's a really good battle from Braden Green.
A little bit different than what we saw in that first inning against Carson Holroyd, where they're jumping early on in these counts. Well, it's been a great AB from Braden Green. Obviously, Chris Worsing jumped on the first pitch he saw. Green been fouling some off, seeing if he can't handle something over the plate.
Upperman's faced a lot of guys this week with this similar velocity, but the lefty does change a little bit, and Miller is able to pinpoint it pretty well. We've seen so far. Here comes the 3-2 again. That one bounces in, and a great AB for Braden Green. It's a Nick's Restaurant walk, and here comes that man. Justin Fallon strides in for the first time since York Institute a couple of weeks ago. Been battling that hammy all season long. He is not going to be running, so it is home run or base hit,
or
and
bust.
then a pinch runner in. He can be re-entered later for one more AB. But he already has one home run in the season back against Smith County. That's what he's trying to do here, where he can take a light jog around the base paths.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're looking to do. Especially with runners on, you're just trying to move them over and trying to bring him in if you can. And obviously, he's not going to be pushing it on the base path, so the deeper it goes, the better for him.
We thought maybe the CPA game would be his return. It's not. It's today. And he's been itching to get back in there. Runners at first and second, nobody out for the Bees. They trail 6-0 after a fast top half for the Bison. First pitch. Ooh. Called a strike, 0-1. Green's at first, he just worked the walk. Worsing ripped the first pitch of the outing into left field for a single. Here comes the 0-1 to Fallon. Miller with a couple of glances. That one misses a little bit up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fallon's at the plate, shoots behind him, and there is nowhere to breathe with this lineup. Especially with 11 back in there.
Yeah, especially with him in there. Obviously, you add the best bat back into the lineup of a lineup that's had double-digit hits quite a few times.
Glance back. Now Miller with a 1-1 to Fallon, and he will flip this one. It will be caught. A little blooper over to short, and that's a big first out for Station Camp as they try to hold it to 0 and maintain all that momentum. It will mean Fallon will get another AB coming up later on.
It's perfect for Station Camp because the runners don't move either. So you get that first out. Everybody stays at first and second, just kind of like we talked about in that first inning, one of those off the end of the bat, and just kind of the flare to short right at him.
Here's Carson Shoup. He has had a ton of power hits this week, but none have left the yard. The wind has hurt him. It's not going to hurt him today if he's able to step on one. He's looking to extend it as the Bees look to rally. And again, we have time called. Carson Shoup going to call it this time. 12 pitches so far for Jackson Miller. It's a big first out, though, to retire Fallon.
Yeah, it is. You can get him out, and obviously we said it doesn't get easier, but you get the best batter in the lineup out, that makes you feel pretty good.
Miller with a glance back again. 13th pitch of his inning. That one misses in. Shoup with a little self-preservation. 1-0.
And they're doing a really good job of working these counts as well. It started with Braden Green, a tremendous AB. Worked a walk to get over to first. Fallon, 3 or 4 pitches in that AB, and we'll see what Shoup is able to do here.
Here comes the 1-0 to Shoup. And he will rip this one right into the hot corner. It is caught. Throw behind Worsing is there. It's a double play and a huge blow to the Bees as they try to stage a comeback early on. That will retire the side. We head to the second. It's 6-0 Station Camp. This is Upperman Baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Discover this stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145. Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
Welcome back. Station Camp with a 6-0 lead, and it's time for a call to the bullpen for Wes Shanks. We wonder where he'd go. He's going to go to the Chicago kid. Braden Wolke, this freshman, will take the ball here. Pitched quite a bit early on in this season, had 4 outings, but we've not seen him in several weeks since basketball season ended. Got absolutely shelled in his last appearance, but the ones before that, he was pretty good.
Yeah, and reason we haven't seen him, he was injured for a little bit in there, hurt his ankle in between, and so he's finally back. And well, he's been looking to get him back out there, get him some innings. This is a great opportunity here in this one. Obviously, got to get some quick outs.
And a good first pitch into Sam Mullins for strike 1. Bees had traffic on the base paths. 2 on, nobody out. Leave empty-handed. A little line out and then a double play on a hard-hit liner and then throw behind the runner at second. And Mullins tried to tomahawk that one out of here. Instead, it's foul, and it's quickly 0-2.
Yeah, and so Carson Holroyd goes back out to right field. Braden Green goes from right field to left field, and Rylan Case comes out with Wolke going to the mound.
And for the Bees, Braden Wolke does have some nice stuff. They're high on him moving forward. Opportunity here with absolutely no pressure to try to put together a few good innings.
Yeah, you're already down 6-0. Now you're just looking to get some outs.
The 0-2, breaking ball across, misses for a ball, 1-2.
I like that, though. You're at 0-2. You can go anywhere. Tries to go with the breaking ball own way, but we've talked about it. This Station Camp team, they're not chasing a whole lot.
The 1-2 coming home. This one rolled over. Yano ranges to his left. Fields cleanly. Got to make a quick throw. It's low, but picked out in time for out number 1.
Yeah, good job by both Juju Yano and Alec Wilson on the 6-3 put out there. Good throw and better pick by Alec Wilson.
Wolke gets that important first out. Mentioned his last outing. It was part of that it was a disaster at Riverdale that day. Those 2 games were tough to watch. Did not have a good outing there, but trying to return to form here. And this is the sort of guy in Braden Wolke, when you get into a region and when you get into a state tournament and everybody's burnt and where do you go?
Yep.
He ends up on the mound. That's why he enters in this game, in this spot, to try and prepare for that moment.
Yep, and Station Camp on the other side, they were going to the headset there. They wanted a replay of over at first base. But, yeah, for Braden Wolke, I mean, and we were talking with Coach Shanks before Cumberland County Tuesday night on the road at Crossville and said, we're looking to try to get him some more innings here for that exact reason, so they're ready come tournament time.
That one misses low, and 2-0. He's trying to find the spot here.
Well, and you're going to need some bullpen arms. Right now, it's just Carson Holroyd and Ricky Allison.
2-0. This one sent foul, 2-1. And for Wolke, one thing he is providing that Holroyd, it's a good trait for Carson. A little bit of that wildness, a little of that effectively wild, where you can't just sit back and anticipate a pitch coming in the zone. We've seen that here early, 2-1. Now, it could lead to some fireworks if we time it up right, but keep him a little bit more off balance, as Nathan Parsons, who had a sac fly back in the first, is ahead 2-1. Now that slider ripped over into left, into the gap. This is extra bases and could be 3. He chugs around first. Green just now to it. Parsons is not slowing down at all. Yano, now it's in a rundown. Shoop throws behind. Now Parsons runs to third. Shoop with it again. He's going to chase him down, and he will get away from the tag. Now a throw to Wolke. Stayed in, and now he's out. The Bees defense relays and runs the run down to perfection for out number 2 despite the double.
Yeah, that's a really good job, and especially to be able to get a player out like Parsons. It looked like he was going to try to stretch it to 3, would have been out by a mile, so he threw on the brakes, and really good job with the Bees in the pickle there in the relay. Everybody coming in, getting to their bags, and able to get that important second out.
It's the first rundown of the season for the Bees defensively, and they executed it well. And now it's 2 up, 2 down for Wolke. And the first pitch dots up the outside corner to Colton Coburn. He ripped a 2 RBI double, came around to score a run later back in the first. And the defense bailing out Wolke. That's something that did not happen in a lot of his first outings.
Yeah.
That one misses for a ball.
Well, he had a completely different defense in his first
That is
few
a good point.
outings.
Yes. Huddleston out there in center, Green in left. That helps you out. 1-1. That one missed a little bit up and out. It's 2-1.
I mean, these three outfielders were not there, essentially. I mean, Carson Holroyd was out there, but he was out and playing center, and then you had a couple of freshmen around him for the most part.
2-1. Slider, this one popped up into the air. Braden Green says that he has it, angles to his right, and makes the catch, and that's a really good inning for Braden Wolke in his first work in a long time. The Bees looking to get a couple back when we return. This is Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. With new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Turfmasters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turfmasters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The Bees get a big 1-2-3 kind of inning in the top half of the second, keep it at 6-0. Wilson, Allison, and Yano looking to scrape some runs across here as Jackson Miller back to work in inning number 2.
Hey, the three guys that came up, they all got out, so technically it's a 1-2-3, although there was a base hit in there as well, and that's what you're looking for, though. You're looking for that clean inning. Obviously, they had the bats going in that first inning, 2 runners on, nobody out, and then the double play to get out of it, and a nice double play turned by the Station Camp defense. Now, for this Upperman offense, who has been swinging the bat really, really well, you got to start timing Miller up, and it seems like they've done that pretty well through those first 4 or 5 through. We'll see if they can continue on here in this bottom half.
Matchup for the Bees, noon on Saturday, a big one against the number 1 ranked Division II 2A team in the state. They have their horses going. Yano and Wilson available to throw. We expect to see them. For the Bees, they get Livingston Academy then coming up in a 2-game slate, and then Station Camp next Thursday. So they'll work back around and see this team, and that will have a different calculation with the arms in that game. We'll see if that changes at all.
Might be Miller again on the other side, though.
Could be, certainly. As Alec Wilson, he tanked one on Tuesday, his first career home run. Climbs in here for attempt number 1, and he will rip this one into left. 2 straight innings. First pitch singles for the Bees. They've been on the base paths looking to capitalize. Here comes rookie Allison, who also tanked one on Tuesday.
Well, and it's been Alec Wilson and rookie Allison here in these last 3 games that have really been seeing the ball well. And Alec Wilson, what was it, 5 runs he drove in the other night against Cumberland County. Continues on here, just nobody on, and he finds his way aboard.
Alec Wilson's putting himself on the radar with the season he's having. Certainly on the mound, and now really the bat has roared to life. First pitch to Allison, misses inside. Wilson starts to dart and knows they need more than just one, so he steps back to first.
Yeah, probably a good decision. Was really good jump out behind the plate there by the Bison catcher and able to get over to the baseball quickly.
Yeah, it's Colin Gillespie behind the dish. Here's rookie Allison. Wilson at first after the single. It's a 1-0 count to the senior Roan State signee. Big swing and a miss on that one, comes up empty. So rookie Allison's at the plate, then Juju Yano. Just nowhere to breathe against this Bees lineup. They're hoping that comes through in a major way in a big hole. 1-1 instead of throw over. Noted base stealing threat, as you say, Alec Wilson. He is 0 for 0 this year. He's not going to try to steal.
Got to keep him honest. Maybe tire him out a little bit.
And he's also locked in. He's not going to get caught. The 1-1. Allison fouls this one out of play, and big for Miller on the mound. He goes ahead, 1-2. Allison trying to stay in battle here as Wilson takes his lead over at first. Miller sets, long look, and will come home. Ooh. That's a good layoff by rookie Allison as that one fell off. 2-2.
Had a lot of movement on it, too.
That's the get you out pitch.
My goodness.
Allison was able to keep those hands back.
Yeah, that's breaking in towards your back knee. That's a really tough layoff there. Good job.
Lefty-righty matchup here. Another throw over. Again, really, the more likely thing is a throwing error.
Yeah.
Then you're going to – Alec Wilson's locked in. He's not going to get caught. 2-2 from Miller. Allison sends this one on a ride, angling into the gap, and down for a base hit. Back-to-back singles for the Bees. This time it's rookie Allison. And again, 2 on with nobody out. Upperman looking to capitalize.
That's a tremendous AB. 2-2. You foul off a couple of pitches. You lay off of the breaking ball, and you get a fastball that you're able to hammer out to left center. Rookie Allison, we said it had a slow start to the season. 261 batting coming into this game, and obviously that hit there is going to help the average a little bit. Now it's Juju Llano's turn.
Juju Llano will climb in here with runners at first and second. Nobody out bottom second. The Bees in a 6-0 hole, but doesn't feel insurmountable right now. But
They're swinging it well, obviously.
They need to continue here. First pitch across is low and inside to Llano, 1-0, and he's really working that bat right now. 313 on the season. He leads the team with 18 runs batted in. He has 7 doubles as part of his 21 hits.
He's had those timely hits. That's been the biggest thing for Llano this season. Probably their most clutch player.
Glance back a couple of times. Here's the 1-0. Comes up empty on that one. Foul tips it into the mitt, and he was thinking about parking his first one of his career.
We've seen him hit some deep ones throughout his career so far. A lot of his deep ones go to right center when he's really seen it well.
And they all hit off the wall. He can't quite get it out. A 1-1 for Miller. Llano rips this one. It's another base hit for the Bees. Stop sign on as the left fielders to it. And it's 3 straight singles. And it's bases loaded for Carson Holroyd. And how sweet could this be for Holroyd if he can get a hit here, find a way on, and get his team back in it?
I was just thinking the same thing for Carson Holroyd, who obviously had that tough first inning. Cody Lowe coming on to run for rookie Allison in the courtesy runner spot. But a tremendous opportunity. Bases loaded, nobody out. And you don't need a big hit, a big fly. You just got to get on base. Like you said, if you get on base, good things are going to happen. And try to get Evan Huddleston coming up next as well.
4 base hits for the Bees already. Bases juiced and nobody out. Here's Carson Holroyd climbing in, batting .309 on the season. He's got 9 RBIs. He can join the double-digit RBI club with a swing here. Miller trying to battle. First pitch up the middle and through. Carson Holroyd does the job. Lowe being sent home now will retreat very wisely because that was going to be a close play. The throw ended up being offline, but if the throw was anywhere close, it would have been tough. And an RBI single for Holroyd. 4 straight base hits for the Bees. And here they come because Evan Huddleston climbs in.
That's huge for Holroyd. That builds the confidence right there. First pitch you see, right back up the middle, able to plate the run. And still bases loaded, nobody out, and Evan Huddleston to the plate.
Evan Huddleston back in this 9 spot where he has been dominant this year. Leadoff didn't work out very well. The 9 hole has been sensational for the senior. He's back there now. Bases loaded, nobody out. 1 nice swing, and the Bees will be right back in the ball game. Now down 5. Miller. First pitch across on the inside corner for strike 1.
And you'd really, really like to have, obviously, your top of the lineup coming up soon.
And remember how Justin Fallon popped out in the last inning.
Yeah,
that means
he's
he
going
can
to bat.
He will get to bat again. They hope it's in this inning. That's not guaranteed. Here's the 0-1 to Evan Huddleston. He sends this one foul. It's 0-2 for Miller. You've got a big cushion, still a 5-run lead. Get in out here, settle in, see if your defense can back you up a little bit, and you're fine. That big first inning gives him a huge cushion.
And that's kind of what he had last outing as well against Hendersonville. He gave up 4 runs, but he had the 11 runs in support.
He already has 6 today. Huddleston awaits an 0-2. Big pitch here for Miller. Huddleston rips this one into left field for a base hit. 1 run scores. Another runner heading home. Llano scores a 2 RBI single. Here comes Upperman. The deficit's been cut in half.
Yeah, what a big job by Evan Huddleston. 0-2 gets a pitch on the inside part of the plate, rips it through the infield, and Bees able to cut the lead in half. Still nobody out, and runners on first and second, and now Mr. Consistency coming to the plate.
And it's time for a mound visit for the Bison as it is Chris Worsing. Nobody out, bases loaded. He's the go-ahead run coming to the plate. Mentioned this game on paper could turn into a shootout. We got 9 runs through an inning and a half so far of baseball.
Well, the Bees were going to need it to turn into a shootout after that top of the first inning. They've been able to get it to do so, and still in tremendous position. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second. This is what they were trying to do in that first inning. They got 2 runners on, first and second, nobody out, and just unable to get a run or 2 across. But feels like they built that momentum coming here into the second.
And who knows how this game's going to go, but it did feel differently to us in the booth. Didn't feel over at 6-0. Last week, when Watertown put up 6, felt over. Didn't feel over today. Still a 3-run lead for Station Camp, but the Bees love this scenario. Chris Worsing to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a single so far. Got thrown behind as part of that inning-ending double play. He climbs back in here, looking to continue his strong play.
Yeah, and he's just been seeing the baseball. He's been seeing a beach ball right now, and it's that smooth, level swing, putting it into the outfield. He's looking for that again right here.
Jackson Miller trying to battle after the mound visit. It has been single for the Bees. Worsing sends this one up into the air. That's the infield fly rule. He is out. And everybody else retreats. That's a huge out for Miller. And here comes Braden Green now with a 1 out in the bases, or pardon me, runners at first and second.
Yeah, that's really big, and that's what they got back in that first inning. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Justin Fallon flares it out to short. And so a similar spot here, first and second. Now the 1 out in the inning. The important part, though, Bees have already cut the lead in half.
It was 5 straight singles. Now that streak dies with that one. Green, he doesn't want a single. The team leader in home runs climbs back in here. He's got 2 on the campaign. He's got 12 RBIs. He's batting leadoff a lot. Now he has an opportunity for some. As Miller, see if he builds some confidence after that one. Green shows bunt, slaps it down the line. It bounces off of Miller. Everybody's safe.
What a bunt by Braden Green. Catches the defense off guard, right back to the pitcher, unable to handle it. They're going to go with the error, and bases loaded again. And Justin Fallon coming to the plate.
That's one where you're rushing, thinking maybe I can get 2, and you turn around, but you don't have the ball yet. Pops out. My goodness gracious. I believe I said something yesterday that applies to this situation. Bases loaded with a 1 out as Justin Fallon climbs back in.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, indeed, for the Bison here. Green's at first, Huddleston's at second, Holroyd's at third, and it's Justin Fallon, the biggest bat in the UC at home, trying to get back rolling. First pitch misses, ball 1.
Pretty good gap in the outfield there in right center as well. Right fielder shaded over a little bit.
It's the exact situation the Bees would have taken at the start of this inning.
Absolutely.
They brought 3 across so far, and they're looking for 4 more right here. Miller with the 1-0. It's a good pitch. Catch the inside corner, 1-1. That's been a call today. And that's just enough inside. You really can't get your hands around to it. You can't get the barrel on it.
You can probably hit it foul, but going to be tough to do anything else.
1-1 with 1 out for Fallon. And he sends this one a mile up into the air. That's the infield fly rule again. Batters out. And that will drop in a humongous second out for Station Camp. A couple of flyouts against 2 of the top hitters in the order. And now it'll bring up Carson Shoup. Do not want to leave the bases loaded, trailing by 3.
Yeah, and obviously, you said it. You got the 3 runs across, but you really had a better opportunity here now with the bases loaded and 1 out, and your best batter at the plate. And see if Carson Shoup can continue it here with 2 outs. Miller trying to come up with a massive 3rd out and maintain that lead still by 3 runs.
Shoup's last time up, he crushed it right into the third baseman's glove. Double play ended the inning. Steps in here. This one's on the ground, rolling up the middle. Second baseman there tags the bag to retire the side. A big job there by Station Camp. 5 straight singles for the Bees opens the frame, but they leave with just 3 runs. It's 6-3 as we head to the 3rd. This is Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RICO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Welcome back, 6-3. This game has been interesting, and it is taking longer than most of the games we've done in this building have. Braden Wilkie back to work. He got a 1-2-3 inning back in the second in relief. He climbs in here, going to face off against 5, 6, 7 in the Station Camp lineup, and we have a baseball game again in Baxter.
Yeah, I think we got a little spoiled Monday and Tuesday, hour and 15, hour and 20.
First pitch swinging, and Carson Shoup says thank you very much. Right into the glove for out number 1.
And you were kind of talking about it between the break. Braden Wilkie and the Bees defense would love a quick 3-up, 3-down inning here. That'll help.
Jackson Miller, he had an RBI single. It's been hit parades in the first inning for Station Camp, second inning for the Bees. The Bison capitalized for 6. The Bees had the bases loaded, only got 3 runs out of it in the bottom of the second, but it's a 3-run ball game. First pitch for Wilkie. That's across for a called strike, 0-1.
Yeah, and you said it. It's been called a strike all day long, so now both pitchers are trying to really pinpoint the outside parts of the plate when they've got either a lefty or a righty up there.
0-1 breaking ball. This one's rolled over. Wilkie's got the goods so far. He's throwing well.
Just going to say, seems like he's found a little bit of a groove here his second inning through, and it's good to see, especially for the Bees pitching staff who really kind of needed another bullpen arm that they could bring in.
Well, and we mentioned, the stats, they're very eye-catching and not in a great way as the 0-2 comes home, fastball bounces. But he got fed to the wolves.
Yeah.
In his last outing. I mean, it was, you got to go throw, young man. It doesn't matter. They're
right.
hitting it, and the Bees were scoring enough to keep the game going, and it was 20-10, and that just blows up your stats. So don't let the stats fool you with Wilkie as the 1-2 slider. This one's flicked over into right. Holroyd ranges up, lays out, and can't make the catch. Just a little bit delayed off the bat with the sun setting, and that's going to be a base hit, a single there for Jackson Miller.
Yeah, it kind of looked like it started to dive pretty quickly as well. Holroyd, like you said, trying to get up there in time into the setting sun and made a good effort on it, just unable to get there quick enough.
Runner on for the pitcher Miller here over at first. Here's Isaac Weeks as Station Camp looks to get some back in a 3-run ball game. Wilkie out of the stretch now for the first time. First pitch, wow, that breaking ball's sick. Doesn't get the call, 1-0. That's probably the best pitch he's thrown so far.
Jack Hammond running. And I think that's their only bench player they have today.
This one popped a mile up into the air, angling into foul territory. Carson Shoup trying to track it. Angles back and can't make the catch. Break for Station Camp. It's 1-1. Yeah, I looked over there in the bottom half. There were 2 kids in jerseys.
Yep.
So
one doesn't have pants on, as in baseball pants.
So that means they got one sub that's not playing. They can go to different pitchers, obviously, on the field, but not going to see a pinch hitter. You may see one pinch hitter. That'd be it.
That'd be him right there on first base.
Here comes the 1-1. Breaking ball, and this one's fouled back, 1-2.
It's been a really good job by Braden Wilkie coming in. Obviously got able to get cleanly through that second inning. Yeah, and then the Bees able to get some runs on. So you said it. It feels like a much different ball game now, and like they're right back in it.
Here comes the 1-2. Fastball. This one's set up into the air into left. Angling back is Green. He has a beat on it there and makes the catch for out number 2.
Yeah. Nice fly ball caught out and left. Able to read it well for that second out and see if you can work around the base runner over at first.
One thing that really hurt Wilkie, 12 walks in his first 5 or 4 appearances. So far, none of that. He's been in the zone. He's not a strikeout guy, but the defense is backing him up.
That's kind of been the difference. They've been the soft flies rather than the barreled up flies.
Here's the 8-hole hitter, Trip Fowler, had an RBI sac fly back in the first. First pitch, that breaking ball is really working for Wilkie. 0-1.
Yeah,
the freshman in out of Chicago, Illinois, working it early.
You can see him when he rips it off as well. Falls over just a little bit more.
Lead for Hammond, the runner over at first, stays put. Went right back to the breaking ball this time. And that time, Fowler tried to get a free base. That elbow went out a little bit towards that one as it dipped in.
Still made a little bit of an effort to turn, so he might
His
have gotten
body
the base.
turned while his elbow went the other way. It was smooth. He threw that curveball again. 3 straight times. It's 1-2.
Yeah, and he wants nothing of it right now. Obviously, the first one across for a strike, it gets you ahead, and then you're able to bring it more inside, and so you're just uncomfy at the plate.
Glance over for Wolke. Comes the 1-2. Do it again. This time ripped over. Shoop able to tip it. Now Yano has to run it down. The runner pulls into second. It was a good effort by Shoop in the hot corner, but another base hit for the Station Camp Bison. Puts runners at first and second for the 9-hole hitter Chris Adams, who absolutely ripped a 2 RBI double in his first plate appearance.
Yeah, and a really good effort again by Shoop. That's 2 now. Carson Holroyd out and right. Shoop at third. Both base hits and both really good efforts by the defenders. And so for Wolke, you feel okay about it, and you're still just looking for that last out here in the inning.
9 base hits here in the first 2 2/3 on the road for Station Camp. First pitch fastball, good pitch for Wolke. 0-2, 75 on the gun. It's not bad velocity for the youngster.
That's been about as high as he has been so far today. And he's been getting ahead in these counts with a lot of first pitch strikes.
0-1, waved at and missed 0-2. And the reality is you're probably looking at number 2 in the rotation next year alongside Holroyd for the Bees.
Chris Worsing.
Chris Worsing is going to be the number 1. He's going to be the ace. That's full stop. Here comes we've seen that. 0-2, bounces in. 1-2, good block up by Allison.
Yeah, and that's important, especially with the runner on second base. You don't want to allow any free bases here with 2 outs.
This would be a huge out for the Bees defense to build some confidence. Keep it at a 3-run game. The 1-2, curveball. Here we go. You know how Saturday I said one of the best zones in the Upper Cumberland, and Thursday I said the same thing? I have not said that tonight. Here's a 2-2 with 2 outs. Wolke delivers. That's there. Called. Strike 3. A Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout. First of the day for the Bees, and it strands 2 runners on the base paths. We head to the bottom half. Deja vu. 5, 6, 7. Do it for the Bees when we return. This is Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookeville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back to Baxter. We've had no shortage of fireworks through 3 innings, or really 2.5 innings. We head to the bottom half of the third. Same situation as the bottom of the second. It's 5, 6, 7 due up for the Bees. These kids struck for 3 runs back in the last inning. They're looking to do the same here in a 6-3 ball game.
Started with Alec Wilson, rookie Allison, working some good counts. Alec Wilson jumped on the first pitch that he saw, put it out in the left field. Rookie Allison worked a pretty good count. Juju Yano in there as well. And it was a really good job by that 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup. We'll see if they're able to keep it going.
Here's Alec Wilson. He has a single. He has been red hot.
Yeah.
He's hitting every plate appearance in the last 2 games dating back to Tuesday.
He's up to 302 on the season.
And that's launching. It was low 200s a couple weeks ago.
391 in district play. Been really solid.
Shadow's now really becoming a factor as they shadow pretty much the entire grass part of the infield. You see the first baseman shading. You can't, but he is, trust me. First pitch to Wilson. That one bounces in. And for the Bees, we're talking during the break, probably feel like they should have more than the 3 runs that they have right now. They've been all over the base paths. Credit the Bison defense and Miller on the mound for working through trouble, but they have been on the doorstep of tying or even regaining the lead.
Well, stranded 2 of them in 2 of the innings so far, right? So four runners stranded so far for the Bees.
3 because of the double play.
Right.
But yes, they've just been all over the base paths with really nobody out in every inning so far. But Miller, because of that big first inning, he still has a 3-run lead to play with. We have 15 combined hits through 2.5. After a long stoppage, here comes the 1-0. Wilson flicks this one in right. That's down for a base hit, and it could be extras. Right fielder, not to it yet. Just now to it near the fence. Wilson around second. He bobbles. He's chugging for 3. Give him the triple. Alec Wilson slides in safely.
How about Alec Wilson all the way for 3, the leadoff triple here in the 3rd.
How about the first home run of the season and his career? Then he turns around with the first triple of the season. And the Bees have another runner 90 feet away for another red-hot bat, rookie Allison.
And if you can get that run across, make it a 2-run ball game, watch out.
Noted speed threat, Alec Wilson.
I mean, I guess that's why he was holding him on so tightly back in that last inning.
Hey, I think that knee is back 100% this year, by the way. He was hauling on that one. Rookie Allison, he had a single as part of that 5 straight single streak in the last frame. That pitch misses up. It's 1-0.
And how about the job as well? Got it on the outside part of the plate and went that way with it. Let it travel a little bit, gets the barrel to it, and hits it well all the way to the wall. And you said it, the right fielder kind of had to track it down, had a little bit of a bobble with it, trying to get it in.
The 1-0 from Miller to Allison. That one misses low, 2-0. I want to be fair. I was kind of harsh. I do think it's been through 2.5. It's been a pretty good zone tonight. It's been
better than Tuesday.
Tuesday was rough. But it certainly has not been anything for me to act crazy about. Here comes the 2-0. Allison barrels this one, and it's through into left field. That's an RBI for rookie Allison. He rounds first, and he will pull into second as it's bobbled just a little bit in left. Good luck, PD, on that one. It's going to be an RBI double for rookie Allison.
Yeah, and again, Alec Wilson, rookie Allison starting it off almost the same way, but they get a run across between those two coming up. Low coming back in to run for rookie Allison. And again, nobody out, runner in scoring position for Juju Yano.
And the double there I like because he was running hard around first the whole way. He was looking for 2. Here's Juju Yano. He's the game-tying run. There's nobody out. How about the resiliency of these Bees in this day?
It's been a really, really good job. And obviously, anytime you give up a 6 spot in the first inning, it's not a great feeling, but there's a ton of baseball to be played. You haven't even come to the plate yet.
We'll see what happens. But 3 weeks ago, this team gets shelled with that start. They have not gotten shelled tonight. They're right back in the game. They're looking to tie it right now. First pitch into Yano. Misses inside, ball 1.
Well, and obviously, this is a championship program. And, Station Camp, they were there last year in that championship game against Tullahoma. So these two programs have been really, really successful in recent seasons.
And they've met each other the past couple of regular seasons. It's a healthy matchup. They respect each other. Here comes the 1-0 to Yano. Called a strike, 1-1. I'm going to edit out what I said 5 minutes ago. I gave a compliment. It's unlike me. The 1-1 coming to Yano. He singled, came around to score back in the second inning. That one doesn't come out clean, but a nice job to jump up and grab it by Gillespie. 2 balls, 1 strike. The Bees have been really selective at home plate. Just 41 pitches out there on the mound, and that's a reflection of when something's been over the plate, the Bees are sending it into play.
And Miller's not a big strikeout guy. I mentioned he went 7 innings, no strikeouts against Hendersonville. He did walk 3 batters.
Yeah, that Wolke strikeout to end the top half was the first K of the game for either team. 2-1. Juju sends this one up and out of play. If you're a Station Camp fan tuning in, we welcome you. This ballpark, 325 to the poles, 375 to center, 345 into the gaps. It plays as the largest ballpark in the Upper Cumberland.
Yeah, and obviously a ton of foul territory. Can't quite see it behind home plate right now because we've got it zoomed in, but it's a lot. Expansive.
Miller with a 2-2 coming home to Yano. That one misses low and inside, and we run full at 3-2.
Yeah, so 43 pitches through 2 innings right now for Miller on the mound.
Looming on deck is Carson Holroyd. He already has a base hit with an RBI. He wants 2 base runners on, though. The 3-2 payoff pitch to Yano. Misses. Ball for Nick's Restaurant. Walk second of the day, worked by the Bees. And it's runners at first and second for Carson Holroyd, who can get his name off the ledger when it comes to the win-loss category with a base hit here.
Yeah, put it through to the outfield, make it a one-run game. And possibly, obviously, Yano's got a good amount of speed over there at first as well if you get it deep enough. But, again, he's just – you could see him bunt, put it to the outfield, move the runners over. Still nobody out. That's all you're trying to do, get them over to second and third at least.
Yeah, I wonder if you see a bunt here. We'll wait and see with nobody out and 2 on. No, we will not. Holroyd swings at this one, sends it over towards short. It's tipped off the glove. Everybody's safe. And that's going to be an error in the field, an E6, but that one was a tough play regardless, and the bases are loaded again with nobody out, and again, it's Evan Huddleston coming to the plate.
Good things happen when you swing the bat. That one, like you said, a tough play at shortstop, has to go to the backhand, but hit sharp enough to make it difficult. Obviously, he knew he had to hurry if he wanted to turn 2. He had to hurry if he wanted to get the out at second as well, and not able to do either, and bases loaded again.
Both errors so far greatly aided by the Bees' pressure on the base paths that they've put on. Huddleston ripped a 2 RBI single in his first appearance. He's back in here with the bases loaded and nobody out in a 2-run game. First pitch swinging. This one chopped over towards third. Fielded cleanly. Fastball home in time for out number 1. Nicely done over at third base by Colton Coburn for out number 1.
That's a great play. Able to field it cleanly and get the speedy low out at home plate as well. No throw down to first, though, with Huddleston racing down the first base line. So just the 1 out. Still in a good spot here for the Bees. Now back to the top.
Here's Chris Worsing. He singled on the first pitch of the ball game, then flew out in the second. Here in inning number 3, he's trying to tie or take the lead with 1 swing of the bat. You cannot expect to continue to get these good of opportunities if you're the Bees. They've had them in all 3 innings. They need to find a way to break through. Bases loaded for Miller. He kicks and deals. Misses inside, gets away. Yano thought about it. That would have been out number 2. He stays put.
Obviously, this Bees team, they can read it pretty well. They know it's a big backstop, so if anything gets through, that's what you're really looking for, not necessarily the ricochets unless they go way up the line.
47 pitches for Jackson Miller. He's had to work through all sorts of trouble. He's in it again. Bases loaded now with 1 out. Just got the first out of the inning. 1-0. That one bounces and again blocked up by Gillespie. 2-0.
No, he'd take a walk here.
100%. Braden Green behind him, and guess who's looming?
Yeah.
He's 0 for 2, so he's going to get to bat again with Justin Fowler.
It's worked out for him at some point. Going to level it out a little bit.
Well, he knows he has to hit a home run, so he's really trying to do that. Comes the 2-0 to Worsing. That one's a called strike, 2-1.
That's been that inside part of the plate to righties, outside part of the plate to lefties, and right there on that line where it has been called a strike all night.
Bases loaded, still for the Bees. Here's pitch number 50 for Jackson Miller. 2-1. Worsing barrels this one, and Juju Yano just saved his own life. It's a foul ball. It's 2-2. He hits a deck on that one. That lean back.
That's why you're in foul territory. You get hit. It's still just a foul ball, but that wouldn't have felt very good.
No, that would have been painful. Miller would love his first punch out here with 1 out. Worsing at the plate. Here's the 2-2 to the sophomore. That one set. Fielded at third. Throw to second for 1. Throw to first is in time. And another inning-ending double play for Station Camp. The Bison hanging on by the hair of their chinny chin chin. We head to the middle frames at 6-4. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show. And you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear DJ
Call Amanette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Welcome back. Not sure if after the top half of the first we thought we'd be here. It's a 6-4 ball game. Bison still lead. Braden Wilkie, he's a big reason why this game is tight. He's back to work here in his third inning of relief.
He's come in and steadied the seas. Obviously, for the Bees, they got it going a little bit offensively there in that first inning, but no runs across. So felt like you had that momentum going offensively, but you really needed a 0 up there in the second inning from Station Camp. Exactly what the Bees got. Then able to work around a little bit of base runners there in that third inning. And we'll see what they can do here in the fourth. But Wilkie, I mean, this has been great. It's his first appearance ever since coming back from an injury. He hadn't pitched since early on this season and, almost about a month ago.
Noah Baloney hit a double on the first pitch of the game. He watches strike one pass from Braden Wilkie. No matter what happens the rest of this outing for Wilkie, this is going to be a big confidence builder for him and his head coach over there. As that slider waved at and missed.
Spelled phonetically, Baloney as well.
Yes, if I'm mispronouncing, my apologies, but I'm sure it's happened his entire life. It's a great first name. Noah's at the plate. Oh, that's a great first name. That curveball bounces in. It's 1-2. But for the Bees, they have their three starters. No ifs, ands, buts about it. It's Wilson, Yano, and Worsing. They had two solid relievers. Wilkie gives them a third, and that's huge. That is 6 arms, something most teams do not have. This one rolled over. Worsing lays out. It's a leadoff single for Baloney. He'll chug around first and pull back in, and Station Camp looks to regain control of this ball game.
That's why you're the leadoff batter. You go down 1-2, and then you're just looking to fight something off. Gets it on the outside part of the plate, right back up the middle, and nothing either Wilkie or Worsing can do there at second base.
Here's Sam Mullins. He walked and scored in the first, grounded out in the second to Juju Yano. How about the double plays by the Bison defense? 2 inning-ending double plays. Saved runs both times. Bunt is shown. This one's popped up into the air. Allison throws off the mask and makes the catch. Now a throw behind the runner at first, just offline. Wilson tried to get it and then almost got the tag down. Nearly disaster for the road team, but it's out number 1 instead.
That's a really big out and almost a gift of an out there when you're trying to bunt and move the runner over. You pop it up, you give the out, and it keeps the runner over at first base. So great job done by the Upperman defense. He almost got 2 outs out of it.
And Allison had to uncork it down to first with the runner trying to dive back. It was a good catch by Wilson to keep it in the infield. Here's Nathan Parsons. He has a double and a sac fly today, but he was thrown out in that double. Where the heck was that pitch? 1-0. Not tonight, Young. Runner takes his lead over and throw back over to first. The press box boys are starting to chirp. Game's getting closer. 6-4. Runner stays put for now. It's 1-1. The press box boys are why we love coming here. The 1-1. That one misses low. It's 2-1. Well,
only one earthquake so far.
3 out of the 4 press box boys are why we love coming here. Y'all figure it out amongst yourselves who we're talking about. Here comes the 2-1. Curveball. This one's chopped over. I'll improve the odds for you. We're definitely not talking about Petey. We love Petey. We are in the Petey Goolsby press box. Noted Alec Wilson hater. Jacob Vincent and myself, Noah McKay, on the call. Here comes the 2-2. Cold. Strike 3. Throw behind the runner at first. He's back in time. It's a Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout. And the second of the outing for Braden Wilkie. And here's the cleanup hitter, Colton Coburn, who's 1 for 2 with a 2 RBI double.
This has been really big for Wilkie because you go back and look at his numbers. In the 7 2/3 before this outing, only 6 strikeouts. So the 2 strikeouts through the couple of innings so far, 2 2/3. Been really big and no walks so far.
First pitch curveball. Caught a ball, 1-0. It's getting weird. Runner takes his lead over at first. Is Baloney. He had the leadoff single. Here comes the 1-0. That one misses up. Little overthrow by Wilkie. Revved it up to 75. We got to have a press box cam at one of these games.
We gave them mics earlier this year, I guess. I was going to say we just put mics on them, but we did actually give them
yeah,
headsets.
but they were doing a good job of being professional. You don't get the full show. 3-0 as Wilkie tries to dial it in. We're going to put them on UCR 5 and let them.
Yeah, yeah.
Here comes the 3-0 Wilkie with a get-over fastball, 3-1. We're having a good time on a Thursday night. Jacob will be back here on Saturday.
It's going to be fun.
I'll be watching.
Looking forward to it.
Maybe.
There we go.
2 separate broadcasts at once. The 3-1 misses inside, and sorry to Braden Wilkie. There's your announcer jinx for the evening.
That's your fault.
Ball
Not
4.
mine.
Gillespie will climb in. Runners at first and second, and for the Bees, in all seriousness, top of the 4th. Sure, they've been all over the base paths, but they only have 4 runs to this point. You really don't want that lead to balloon back the other way.
Yeah, and you said it in the last inning. You're not going to get this many chances to get runs across, so you got to take advantage. Only able to get that 1 run across. That's a win for Station Camp in that bottom of the 3rd. So you've got a really big opportunity coming up in that next inning. 2, 3, and 4 due up. You're looking to try to keep that consistency, that momentum going, but it starts with getting this last out of the inning.
It is primetime special in the bottom half. The question is, what will the deficit be as the curveball misses ball 1? For Wilkie as well, now at 46 pitches, you start to watch that fatigue factor. Rookie Allison is available to throw in this game. Certainly could see him at some point. Here comes the 1-0. This curveball flicked foul, and he's really leaned on that breaking ball so far. It's been his best pitch.
This is like a Brandon Phillips approach at the plate right now, just getting that barrel going, getting the wrists loose.
Gillespie, it worked for him back in the 1st. He ripped a single, came around to score, and he lined out right to Carson Shoup in the 3rd. That one misses upstairs. Runner getting way off the bag at 2nd. Rookie Allison starting to think about it. He's popping up a little bit quicker.
Former Brave for a short time, Brandon Phillips.
Everybody was
very short time. That was on the decline.
The throw is coming here, depending on what happens. The 2-1. That's across for a strike. They'll wait for now. 2-2.
I was going to say, that'll save it when you get to 2-2. You're just focusing on the batter now.
With 2 outs, Deuce is wild in a 2-run ball game. 6-4. Fun non-district one tonight in Baxter. Sun is set, no longer a factor. Here's the 2-2 breaking ball. Dips inside. We run full. This is a gigantic pitch for Braden Wilkie.
He's going to take a little beat, little lap around the mound. He knows how big it is.
Certainly the highest leverage situation the youngster has faced this season. Here's the 3-2 payoff pitch. Swung on, into left, down, foul ball. Just barely. But a foul ball indeed.
We couldn't tell. There's no signal on the field.
There was no single, but I saw it. It was a foul ball. I agree with you. And let's do it again at 3-2. It's a good pitch, good swing. We're going to do it again.
Thank you.
We can hear now.
Just turn off the fan in the press box.
Is it cool enough?
They love the press box. They love the fan in here. Now I'll look back for Wilkie.
We can throw it back on if we need to.
Yeah, we can turn it back on. They just gave you that was Jacob Benson to turn off that fan, fellas. Wilkie with a 3-2 pitch. Fastball. This one weakly roll. Going to be a tough play. Wilkie gives Ray to Shoup. His throw will not go. Instead throws to 3rd, and Yano saves a run with the fadeaway catch. Infield single for Station Camp, and now they have their turn to load the bases.
Yeah, right in between, kind of short and 3rd there, and just Wilkie looked like he was going to try to get to it. Shoup comes up, snags it, and unable to make the play.
And by the way, I turned the fan on because it immediately got 875 degrees in here with nothing moving around. Bases juiced here for the Bison, trying to regain command. They led 6-0. Now it's 6-4. First pitch from Wilkie misses up to Jackson Miller. He's the pitcher trying to help his own cause in a major way. 2 for 2, 2 singles, and an RBI so far. Looking for the youngster to lock in on the mound. The 1-0. Inside ball 2. And here comes Coach Stromberger right on cue to come out and have a word and try to calm things down here.
Yeah, obviously a young guy on the mound realizes the magnitude of this situation. You got to get out of this inning. You got the 2 outs, now a 2-0 count to the batter, and bases loaded, so you're going to have it out anywhere, but you got to get the outs and keep that momentum going offensively. Don't want to let it, like you said, balloon anymore. Down by 2 runs right now. You don't know how many more opportunities you're going to have with your big bats coming to the plate.
may be the last batter Braden Wolke faces either way at 54 pitches. If they find a way to continue this inning, either way, it could be time for a move to rookie Allison, but that's just my gut feeling. We'll wait and see.
And maybe you want to save rookie for a Saturday game as well, possibly.
No matter what happens here, what Wolke has done is earn more innings. He has come out here and thrown well and stabilized things, but this is a huge spot for the young kid. And a 2-0 count, a full load of Bisons everywhere. That's a fun way of saying it. And a really good bat, Jackson Miller at home plate.
Is it Bison or Bisons?
Is it Bison?
Bison. Did you say Bison? Okay.
Thank you. The 2-0. And the pitching whisperer, Coach Drombarger.
Yeah, good things happen when he goes out there. The next few pitches are usually pretty solid.
And only go out there after a big hit, or if it's a little bit wild there. Wolke was trying to find the zone. And it's the pro approach when Wes Shanks goes out there 99 out of 100 times. The pitcher's coming out. 2-1. It's a good pitch. Caught a ball. 3-1.
Pretty close to where it's been called a strike at times tonight.
It has been called a strike tonight, but it was outside. So two different things. Here comes the 3-1 home from Wolke. Fouled right back into the mask.
What did that hit?
I believe it hit the umpire right in the mask. It's 3-2.
That was solid contact.
Yeah,
Sounded like some of our golf shots today. On
Yours.
trees, not the club.
Okay, Mr. 13 Greens.
Still hit some trees.
Wolke, runners moving. Payoff pitch. Swung on, let's do it again. Miller's at home. Runners are moving on the 3-2 count. Wolke needs a Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout in the worst way right here.
Yeah, you would love it. Obviously, the out is going to be at first or it's going to be at home, and that's about your only two options right now.
Yeah, they're getting a huge head start. Wolke out of the full windup here. There go the runners. The payoff pitch. Swung on. Over to Shoop. Lays out. Can't field it cleanly. It's a fair ball. Shoop never moved. 2-run score. It should have been 1. And again, the Bees defense fails them some, and it's back to an 8-4 ball game.
Yeah, and Carson Shoop diving after it, and I don't know if he thought it was a foul for some reason, but obviously you touch it in fair territory there.
So the E5, 2 runners come across. Quick discussion, but it's the right call. It hit him in fair territory and went foul. And from 6-4, it's 8-4, and both runners are in scoring position again. The threat is not over here for Station Camp.
Yeah, and the 2 runs across is almost a dagger right there for Station Camp because you'd been building that momentum, and now the balloon kind of deflates just a little bit, especially with 2 outs.
And Wolke made 2 good pitches in a row. Now, it may have been tough to get the out because it was an awkward hop, but it certainly should not have been 2 across. First pitch misses up. And this is Isaac Weeks. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a fly out so far. Tough break for the Bees. They're looking to rally back again. They've had to show a bunch of resiliency already. It's Wolke's game right now. The 1-0 bounces in. Allison blocks it. 2-0.
I mean, the good thing is you feel like your bats have gotten it going again tonight, so you just got to continue it. It's always tough when you're trying to come from behind, but
and that's
you're
also
going to be doing it.
Why you got to capitalize when you got the bases loaded over and over and over again. Here comes the 2-0. Good pitch. Called a strike. 2-1.
Yeah, able to dot up that outside corner after getting behind, and that's kind of been the difference here in these last few batters. Hadn't been able to get ahead in these counts with those first pitch strikes. He's been getting behind and having to work his way back.
2-1. Inside. It bounces huge. Runner coming home. It hit him. So everyone will have to retreat. The runner came across the score.
Ball?
He's confused. What's the call here? He put his hands up and called dead ball.
So is he get a base or is it a foul ball?
There's no way this run should count.
Yeah, he threw his hands up.
You throw your hands up, that's it. It's a dead ball. And there's no question he threw his hands up behind home plate. And wisely, Gillespie's just heading into the dugout. There's zero chance this should be
the runners
a
both
run.
advanced.
It either hit him. I thought it was just a wild pitch. And Allison, because the umpire threw up his hands, didn't go for the tag, which would have been out by a mile. Weeks is still swinging like he didn't get hit.
And the reason he stopped, the umpire threw his hands in the air like it was either a foul ball or a dead ball.
And that's exactly what Wes
Again,
Shanks is saying right now.
Yeah, and this is why the signaling is so important. We saw the foul ball earlier that there was no signal, so we're just.
And the unfortunate part is nobody in this ballpark is surprised. And it will not get changed because, once again, we have this exact same situation. So it's going to be 9-4 Station Camp because we don't know what we're doing in the ballpark.
Well, we do.
God in heaven. So score the run on the wild pitch, or pass ball, rather. Miller comes through. He moves up to third. And now a 2-1 count, 3-1 count. Ball 4, head on down to first for Weeks, and I am going to be apoplectic. It's a joke, and nobody's surprised. Once again.
It's unfortunate. I mean, you see the home plate umpire throw his hands in the air. Usually means the play's dead. Not tonight.
By the way, if that's a live ball, Rookie Allison tags him out by 5 steps.
Right. Yeah, bounce right back to him.
Trip Fowler's at the plate, runners at the corners. It's a 5-run lead again for Station Camp. Braden Wilkie should be out of this inning. And that pitch is a strike.
It was called a strike.
All right, 0-1.
Wasn't the most emphatic strike call. But again, signal's been difficult tonight.
Runners at the corners.
It's kind of the most important part of the job.
1-1. Yeah, well, we're bad at that. But I'm the jerk. 1-1. Bounces in. 2-1. For Wolke, he's got to find a way to battle here. 64 pitches. He's got runners at the corners. It's a 5-run game again, which in a game like this isn't insurmountable, but
Yep.
Station Camp's trying to push it even further.
Yeah, and obviously we said the Bees probably going to have to turn it into a shootout. They got the 4 runs across. Obviously going to have to continue that.
Curveball called a strike, 2-2.
Another big opportunity here for Wolke to try to get out of the inning.
Runner takes off. Wolke steps off. Little small ball for Station Camp. Wolke checks back. He's going to throw to third, and now it's a run down for home. Shoop throws down to Allison. Nobody covering third. Now a throw to Wolke. Wolke's got to throw home. He will. Now Wilson trying to run him back. Wilson chases him all the way. That's a great play by Alec Wilson. How about the senior? Comes through in a major way on defense. 2 across for Station Camp plus a freebie. We head to the bottom half of the 9-4 ball game. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
New pitcher for the Station Camp Bison, Grayson Goodall, will check in. He's going to face off against the big bats. Green, Fallon, Shoop, due up for the Bees. Now down 5. Should be down 4, but they're down 5. I'm not over it. Now here's Braden Green looking to get it rolling. He's walked and reached on an error so far. Fallon's 0 for 2 behind him. The Bees want a chance to put together a big comeback. It's going to start right now in Goodall. We last saw them the last time they were out on a Friday against Hendersonville.
Yeah, last Friday, 2 innings in relief, 1 hit, 4 runs, 2 were earned, 3 walks and 1 strikeout. He threw 46 pitches, 20 of those were strikes.
First pitch missed for ball 1. Next one to Green. He sends this one up into the air. Been a lot of these today. Right fielder calls him off, and this is a newbie into right field as Miller goes off the mound into right, and that's a big first out of the inning for Station Camp.
Yeah, and it hung up there enough that it was able to make Miller an opportunity there to get all the way in. Very shallow right field, but able to make a fairly easy catch.
Justin Fallon 0 for 2 today in his return to the lineup. We expected if he gets on base, he'll be checked out and can re-enter one time later as he's recovering from that hamstring injury. First pitch misses low and into him, 1-0.
And before, he had the base runners on, so you especially saw him trying to hit that big fly, trying to bring them around. Now you might just see him maybe a little less of approach, a little less of the upswing maybe.
1-0. Fallon sends a cut on this one and pops it out of play, 1-1. So for the Bees, they've been all over the base paths. Bases loaded in the last 2 frames. They had 2 on with nobody out in the first. Only have 4 runs to show for it. Station Camp, they've been able to provide some clutch base hits and strike to lead by 5, but this game feels like it has some twists and turns that aren't quite done yet either direction. 1-1. Fallon barrels this one up, and there he goes. He'll trot down to first. It's a single for Fallon with 1 out, and we imagine Jackson West probably going to take a trip out to run for the young man.
That's exactly what you're looking for Justin Fallon, and here for the Bees in the 4th. Again, it's just the 4th inning. You're still going to have 3 more times to the plate after this, and will be a runner coming on.
It is not Jackson West. It's going to be Andrew Hedrick who comes on to run for Fallon. So Hedrick will run. Fallon can be re-entered to the next AB or the one after, depending on the situation. And here's Carson Shoop. He's due 0 for 2 today. Been a part of a double play and a fielder's choice. Both ended innings. So Shoop looking to get it rolling here as the Bees at least try to get those 3 back that they just gave away.
Yeah, longest game the Bees have had in some time, hour and 26 minutes right now.
First pitch, a called strike, 0-1. We're going to start adding sound effects to the broadcast so I don't say things I'll regret. Hedrick with a huge lead over at first. Shoop rolls this one over. Taylor made 6-4. Throw to 3. Not in time. Shoop able to leg it out safely on the fielder's choice to extend the frame.
Yeah, I think just deep enough into that hole to make it enough room there for Shoop to get down the first base line and able to leg it out to at least continue on the inning and see if Alec Wilson can keep this streak up that he's on right now. Absolutely hitting the cover off the baseball.
Single and a triple and 2 runs scored today for Big Al. He climbs back in here with a runner at first and 2 outs. It's been the least traffic the Bees have had so far in this game. Good all-in relief. Trying to put together a good frame as that one misses for ball 1.
And a pretty similar pitcher with Goodall coming in. It's the lefty, similar velocity. We saw that breaking ball there. Looked pretty close to what Miller had before.
It's a little more aggressive motion, but everything else, as you mentioned, very similar. As that one misses inside for ball 2.
Yeah, he's 74 on the fastball right there. So it's almost kind of the same pitcher, just a little bit different delivery, like you said.
2-1. That one misses low, 3-1. And for the Bees, even with 2 outs here, you're okay if you can start finding a way to put runners on with Allison coming up and Yano behind him.
Yeah, 2 of the hottest bats in the lineup right now.
Here comes the 3-0, or 3-1 rather. 3-0.
Now 3-1.
3-1. I'm a little bit on edge.
Looking through the very clean.
Can't see anything. Comes the 3-1. It does miss. Ball 4. Next restaurant walk for Alec Wilson, and it's 2 on again for the Bees, this time with 2 outs. Shoop heads down to second. Here comes rookie Allison looking for a big base hit.
Take one of those big flies he had the other night as well. Obviously, a little bit deeper of a park here. The wind not blowing whatsoever. It is completely still, and that might be the first time we've seen that here in Baxter.
Runners at first and second for the Bees. 2 down here in inning number 4. We're in the bottom half. First pitch to Allison. That one misses low and inside.
Almost got his foot. Probably won't be a signal for it, though.
2 outs. Here comes the 1-0 to Allison. That one misses upstairs for a ball. 2-0. Green flew out, and then Shoup reached on a fielder's choice. But base hits by Fallon and Wilson. 2-0. That one misses inside. You're all right. Wilson walked. They will keep you honest in here. Yesterday I messed something up. Nobody says anything. We just keep on moving. Here's the 3-0. Allison in take mode. That one misses ball 4. And again, third consecutive inning. Bases juiced for the Bees. They're down 5, and here comes Julian Yano.
Yeah, and we'll see if they can take advantage of it this time. Obviously, they have taken advantage of it, but only one run across in that last inning where they had bases loaded and nobody out or 1 out. And so we'll see if they're able to take bigger advantage of it this time. There are 2 outs, but sometimes those 2-out rallies will get you going.
Goodall trying to lock in here and find that 3rd out. Got 2 fairly quickly as Cody Lowe comes back on to run for Allison. So lots of speed at first. Yano today, he's 1 for 1 with a single, a walk, and a run scored. First pitch swinging despite 2 straight walks. That one's fouled back, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, he got something right over the plate, right where he was looking, like you say, looking to park it. He's got the power to do so. We just haven't seen it yet.
The Bees have been all over the base paths today, and they find themselves down by 5.
Got 9 hits.
We're just in the bottom of the 4th. 0-1, and we've got time called and a balk. Wow, pitch won't count, and that's a run across for the Bees, 9-5.
Well, he'll take that as well, and now you still got 2 runners in scoring position. And now you're going to have a visit to the mound here because it's been a struggle, and actually it's going to be a conversation with the field umpire.
Well, you know what? I don't think it was a balk, but I think Station Camp has a free run, so now it's even. That's kind of how I look at it. I don't think that was a balk personally. I didn't see anything that raised to the level of a balk. But
not a long
as
conversation.
I said, there is justice in this world. Because there's no question there should be 1 less. And Coach gets a little extra worded on his way off. He's not happy about the call.
Yeah, like you said, they were gifted one there in that last inning.
No question about it. So that pitch won't count. It's still 0-1 to Yano. Goodall now has an empty base. Holroyd looming on deck. He's having a good day at the plate. Yano comes up empty on that one. Maybe tipped it just a hair, and it's 0-2.
A couple of big swings there. Going to have a shorter approach here with the 2 strikes. Try to keep this inning going.
This game's crazy. It's 9-5, bottom 4. Still up for grabs. Here's the 0-2 from Goodall. Called strike 3 with the worst strike zone in the Upper Cumberland. We'll be back.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
Looking for weekend lunch and dinner plans? Since 1971, Nick's Restaurant has been locally owned and operated. From mouth-watering prime rib to delectable ice cream pie, Nick's has it all. Their cozy atmosphere and great service will make you feel right at home. Plus, their banquet space is perfect for any event. Visit them at 895 South Jefferson Avenue or online at nickscookville.com. Nick's Restaurant is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Eight, 9-1. Due up for station camp, and it's time for a call to the bullpen. We knew we'd see him at some point. It's time. Rookie Allison takes the ball for the Bees, the sidearm right-handed senior, our own state signee. A 5.79 ERA. This is his 7th appearance. He has a start. He has a save on the season. 8 strikeouts to 5 walks, 8 earned runs, 11 total on 11 hits in those 9 2/3. Batters hitting .282 against him, and similarly to what we've said a couple of times, the past few appearances have been much better than the first couple for Rookie Allison.
Yeah, that ERA a little bit inflated. It's actually come down a lot because he has been really solid in his last couple of appearances. But he's only come in normally in kind of 1-inning outings. This is the 5th here, and this is his game, 5, 6, and 7. So for the rest of this game, he is going out there. They've already thrown Carson Holroyd and Braden Wilkie. Probably saving Alec Wilson and Juju Yano for Saturday, and then obviously, who knows after that for Livingston Academy Monday and Tuesday. But you'd love to try to get a 0 on the board here, and again, try to get those bats going, only down by the 4 runs.
The Bees do welcome in the number 1 ranked Division II 2A team in the state, CPA, on Saturday at noon. Rookie Allison here against Trip Fowler, Chris Adams, and Noah Baloney here in inning number 5. First pitch swinging as this one's out of play, and obviously Rookie very different from the last 2 guys with that sidearm slide.
Yeah, you drop it to that sidearm slide, and he brings a fairly good velocity in there as well, but he's got a lot of movement on his pitches, and that's the biggest thing.
Fowler has an RBI sac fly and a single today. Fouls this one back. Now Carson Holroyd goes behind the dish. That puts Ryland Case back into the game. He re-enters, and he's in right.
How about Carson Holroyd on the mound, out to right field, now behind the plate.
And Rookie Allison and Carson Holroyd not on the same page, so Rookie will call him out.
What I think is really interesting about Rookie Allison as well is obviously he's got a cannon behind the plate. It's not sidearm, though.
Right.
And then he goes to sidearm on the mound, and it's pretty impressive.
It's a good point. It's a total change. And I think he may throw harder from standard arm angle, but something about this he feels like he can control, and it changes up a lot of things. Here comes the 0-2.
And he's still throwing 78.
That was literally closer than the pitch that ended the last inning. By the way, 1-2. Allison kicks and deals. Yeah, he offered it that one. That is a nasty pitch for a Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout.
Yeah, there's no question about that one. That is offering, if I've ever seen it. That was a really good pitch by Rookie Allison. And again, part of the reason why you make that change, because it is so different from what you've seen in Carson Holroyd and Braden Wilkie, changing that complexion a little bit for the batters at the plate.
First pitch in. Misses inside, ball 1 to Chris Adams. He's 1 for 2 today. Has a 2 RBI double and a strikeout so far. And 3 runs across for Braden Wilkie. He pitched really well in relief. He's given his team a chance to battle here. That one waved at and missed 1-1.
And that's why that sidearm is so tough. It's so hard to pick up, especially for this lefty. It's such a late decision on the swing, and it was very inside.
The 1-1 from Allison. This one rolled over, right back to him. Flashes the glove and flips over to first in time. 2 up, 2 down here for the Bees defense. That's the first time tonight we've said that. That's a lie. We said it in the second. Weirdly, but in the second.
Yeah, then nice play there by Rookie Allison. Obviously, he's used to being behind the plate with the glove, able to show it out there on the mound as well. And leadoff batter in Baloney has been really solid tonight. He's going to be a tough out.
And he's 2 for 3 today with a double and a single. 2 runs scored. Climbs back in here. He's also grounded out once. First time against Allison as that one misses inside, ball 1.
Up to 80. Yeah, 80 from the sidearm.
Yeah,
that'll work.
That's fired in there. 1-1. And, of course, in this sea of arms we've talked about, 1 and 2, the white whale for the Bees, the hardest thrower, has only pitched 1 inning this year, and we don't know if he'll be able to, as the 1-1. That's called strike 1 and 2. Justin Fallon, they certainly would love, and it may take till the 3rd week of May to be able to throw him in there for an inning with a huge velo difference. Here comes the 1-2. Allison delivers.
Whole team's going off the field.
Oh. I'm the jerk. 2-2 with 2 outs. This one, put in the right field. Case gives chase, can't get there. Another gift. Nice job using his new life for baloney. Sets the table for Sam Mullins.
Yeah, takes advantage of it, and looked like the Bees got the strikeout, moving off the field. Instead, Maloney gets another pitch and able to put it into the outfield for another base hit. 3 hits today so far for the leadoff man.
Tactfully set, my friend. Here's Mullins. He's walked, grounded out, and popped out on a bunt attempt. Where it's a strike. Thank you. 0-1.
Okay.
We had the softball call that time, delayed a few seconds. That one misses low and outside. A good grab by Holroyd.
It's a really good pick.
Station
Reach all the way across his body, especially with the speedy runner over at first.
Station Camp led by 6, then was cut down to 3, now back up by 4. This one rolled over. Worsing gives chase, and it eats him up. It's into left field. And now, Case just now to it. Worsing gets to it. A late throw, bad decision. Shoop able to smack it down, and the other runner advances over. 2 errors on the play. Gives 2 bags to Station Camp.
Yeah, now you got runners at second and third rather than just first and second, and with 2 outs and a pretty good batter at the plate as well.
Yeah, Nate Parsons, he is due. He has a double today, but a sac fly and a strikeout looking. Rookie Allison, he had strike 3 earlier, didn't get it, and then nice base hit, and then 2 errors back-to-back, puts 2 more runners in scoring position, and they could be the daggers if you're able to bring them across for Station Camp. First pitch across for called strike 1.
That'll help.
15 pitches in the inning for rookie Allison.
That was not called a strike earlier.
No, that was further out than the pitch that we said I started laughing at because it should have been strike 3. Comes the 0-1. This one flared foul, and it's 0-2.
The zone has gone downhill throughout the progression of this game.
Are you surprised?
No.
Yeah, me neither. Here comes the 0-2. Called strike 3. That time, Allison gets it. The Thompson Machinery and Cap Middle Store strikeout. We'll head to the bottom half. The Bees trail by 4. This is Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. With new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Grayson Goodall back to work here. Allowed 1 run across in the bottom of the 4th. Now in the bottom of the 5th, he's going to face off against 8-9-1 in the Upperman order. The Bees looking for another rally. It was 6-0 early. That is disgusting.
We have a friend on our.
That is not a friend.
Oh.
Whoa. Listen. Hey, thanks for your help, Jacob.
It's the spider the size of my fingertip. I think I'll be okay.
Could have killed us all. Carson Holroyd will be first up. He's reached out.
He was living his life.
Can I finish? And has an RBI single so far. He'll climb back in here against Grayson Goodall. Goodness gracious.
It's go time now for the Bees, though. Bottom of the 5th, down by 4 runs. Not insurmountable, obviously. They've been able to put the 4 runs on the board before. Got to get it going here. Carson Holroyd's had a pretty good day.
We're just going to wait. First pitch called a ball, 1-0.
Rusty and I had to do that. We had a couple of softball games last year.
Softball, you got to wait forever.
It's impossible. Like, they actually physically wait 2 seconds.
Ball 2, 2-0. That is a mosquito. Get West Nile in over here. All right. 2-0 coming to Holroyd.
Didn't know we were going to be exterminators tonight.
He'll foul this one off. It's 2-1. Field looks great. Our friends at Turf Masters Landscape Management taking care of the field here in Baxter.
We'll hear from them in the break.
931-261-1587. Call him right now. We'll see his phone ring. Best in the business. Holroyd shows bunt, sends it a mile up into the air. It's going to get foul, though, and drop in and be 2-2.
How about that timing?
That's what you get when you advertise with UCR, my friend. Instant results. Gave the phone number 10 seconds ago. His phone rings. 2-2 coming to Holroyd here. Goodall delivers. Swung on and missed. That's a big punch out to open inning number 5.
That's really big for Goodall, who was really struggling with the 2 outs in that 4th inning to get it started with the out here and try to continue on, especially when you get the top of the lineup coming up.
Yeah, it's back-to-back punch-outs. The first one came on just a ridiculous call against Juju Yano. That one swinging through. Here's Evan Huddleston. He's reached on a fielder's choice and has a 2 RBI single so far.
And the middle part of this lineup,
yeah.
You look at the scorebook, they've been all over, and then they've been scoring.
But it's 2, 3, and 4 have really been completely held in check. It's the only ones who haven't been all over the base paths. Worsing, he's going to come up next. He's flown out and grounded into a double play his last 2 appearances. 1-0. Caught a strike, 1-1. And now it starts to get late in a hurry for the Bees. Down to their final 8 outs tonight. Still certainly time, but they're looking for a little magic to get rolling here. Huddleston rips this one over. Third baseman fields cleanly. Double clutch. Throw to first is low, but picked out in time for out number 2.
Yeah, that's a good play. And again, we've seen a couple of nice picks over at first base on both sides from both the Bees and the Bison tonight. And another nice play there, especially with Huddleston racing down that first base line.
Yeah, Colton Coburn does a nice job at third, and then, as you mentioned, over at first, the pick by Trip Fowler. And now Chris Worsing will climb in. The Bees have been really good with 2 outs tonight, at least with nobody on. Once it gets loaded, it's changed a little bit. Chris Worsing trying a little 2-out magic here. First pitch, looking for that breaking ball. Starts out a little bit too high. For the Bees, you either need to jumpstart a rally or you will take it out here so you have the big bats coming up with outs to play with. 1-0.
Yeah, the worst thing that you could have happen is get a couple of these guys on and then not get any runs out of it.
And Fallon can re-enter if they choose. That may depend on what inning it is. I'd imagine he's coming in the next time through as Worsing fouls this one out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike. He opened the game with a single on the first pitch he saw, but was left stranded. And then is flown out and grounded into a double play. 2-1. Called a strike, 2-2.
How big of a win if Station Camp were able to close it out? Would this be for them 8-17 on the year? And we talked about it. Not all records are the same.
Of course, the Bees not going with their top arms today. That's a very important caveat. But a win is a win, and that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
2-2 fouled out of play. We'll do it again.
Yeah, they're trying to build a little momentum here in this last part of the season as well. I mean, they're trying to get back to that title game that they were in last year.
You don't want to see Station Camp. You just don't. you don't want to see them lined up against you in the postseason. I don't care what their overall record is. 2-2 to Worsing here. Goodall looking for a big one. And this is a battle. We'll do it again.
Doing a really good job outside part of the plate, doing a good job of just fouling them off. You get something over that inside half, maybe something he can handle a little bit, get it down in the outfield, get this 2-out rally going.
That one. What are we talking about, y'all? It's 3-2. Pitch nearly hit him. But that's what happens when you have a bad zone. You start to get chirps about pitches that are a foot inside. And it's a 3-2 count here. If it's close, you better swing if you're Chris Worsing. Here it comes. He does. It stays alive. What a battle here.
Goodness.
He pitches in this AB. A lot.
8.
Pitch number 9 upcoming here between Worsing and Goodall. This is a battle to watch. The lefty kicks and deals. Worsing sends this one for a base hit. What a job by the sophomore. A 2-out single sets the table for Braden Green.
Yeah, you said it, a 9-pitch AB, able to rip it into the outfield to get that pitch count up a little bit. But again, we said it, going to get some base runners on. You got to be able to bring them around here with 2 outs in the inning.
Braden Green hitless today. He's walked, reached on an error, and flown out. Trying to turn the tides here. He's faced a bunch of lefties. That's not the favorable matchup for him. Worsing over at first. Another base hit. It's his second of the day. 2 for 4 now. And Fallon does have a bat over on deck, so he's going to re-enter. First pitch, called a ball, 1-0.
And if it isn't here, obviously you'd beat the next inning.
Yeah, you're not guaranteed that's next time through, so he's going to bat again. 1-0. Letter high fastball, called a strike.
I don't even know if that's letter. That was like
1-1. It's a joke. I mean, that's a strike to me in the batter's box.
Maybe.
Here's the 1-1. The catcher tried to frame one that nearly bounced into him.
He just got that last call.
That's brilliant. It's brilliant. 2-1.
If I'm taking frames, about a foot
100%.
difference.
Thank you. Don't even have to frame it. 2-1. Big swing and a miss for Green. And now, again, Goodall trying to get into the dugout with a huge out here in the 5th.
Yeah, the umpire right in the way of the second baseman.
Yeah.
I mean, directly in
He's
the
playing
way.
second base, protecting the bunt. The 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. A big job there by Grayson Goodall to retire the side and strand another runner on. That's the 9th B that's been left on the base paths. We'll take a break and come back with the 6th. This is Upperman Baseball, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Turf Masters Landscape Management has been serving the Upper Cumberland since 1996. They offer a variety of services, including lawn maintenance, landscape design and installation, landscape lighting, irrigation systems, and more. For more information, contact Matt Wilson at 931-261-1587 today. Turf Masters Landscape Management is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team represents a dedicated group of individuals possessing a wealth of expertise in land and farm sales. They possess a range of resources at their disposal, all aimed at showcasing the innate qualities of each property. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Over the last 4 innings, the Bees have outscored the Bison 5-4. But we've played 5 so far, and a 6-run first gives Station Camp this 9-5 advantage, and they're looking for some insurance. 4-5-6 due up against rookie Allison, who was able to work out of a 2-on with 2-out situation in his first inning of relief.
Yeah, and obviously both teams going to get 2 more APs coming up pretty much no matter what, unless the Bees are able to get a lot across coming up in the bottom of the 6th.
It will be Fallon, Shoup, and Wilson due up in the bottom half. They are hoping it's still in a 4-run game. Coburn has had a nice day over at third. He'll climb in here with a double, a walk, and 2 runs scored, a couple of RBIs. First pitch hits him. Tried to get out of the way and couldn't in time. He'll head down to first, and that's a great start for the Bison here. Here comes Colin Gillespie trying to move him around.
And we've seen a few of those pitches pretty far that direction from rookie Allison. And that one actually gets in there. And
what now?
I think time called for Carson Holroyd. I think he
good.
took a shot after it hit
ricochet.
batter.
So Gillespie climbs in here. 2 for 3, a couple of singles, a couple of runs scored. He's also lined out. Why not? Strike 1, 0-1.
Yeah, last one hit a batter, but yeah.
Allison, 0-1.
Same spot.
If Holroyd lines up there, I promise you it's a strike. 1-1. I promise you.
Had fun tonight.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice throw over, but diving back in time. This is the runner, Coburn. Allison, he's got those quick moves. He knows what works from his time behind the dish. That one rolled back foul, and it's 1-2.
You would love a roll up the middle here and try to turn it. Try to go quickly through this inning, get those bats back up there, and get that momentum back on your side. See if you can't get a couple runs across and at least make it manageable coming up in the 7th.
Yeah, the Bees have really captured us now. Holroyd couldn't get it cleanly. It is strike 3 for a Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout, but a stolen base for Coburn as he heads down into scoring position. And I think Station Camp will probably take that trade off. It'll bring up Jackson Miller.
Yeah, absolutely. And now you got the runner in scoring position with one out. But the important first out, it does take you out of the double play. So for Station Camp, pretty much what you were looking for, trying to move that runner up, and they were able to do so.
Allison trying to battle in again with more runners out there. Station Camp's left 7. The Bees have left 9 today. First pitch called strike 0-1.
Rookie's throwing it well. 23 pitches, 17 strikes.
Again, it will be Fallon, Shoup, and Wilson due up in the bottom half of the 6th as the Bees look for some magic. How much will they need? We're about to find out. 0-1, this one rolled over, and it hit the base. It's a fair ball. Runner coming around to score. An unfortunate hop for the home team leads to an RBI single. And Jackson Miller has 2 RBIs today.
Yeah, and just unfortunate, like you said, for the Bees. Hits the bag, bounces over Alec Wilson over at first. Nothing he can do. And there's your insurance run across for Station Camp.
5-run lead again. One away from their largest of the day. Here's Isaac Weeks. He's singled, walked, and flown out today. First pitch swinging here, and that could be extra bases. Long way to go for Case. He is able to smack it down, so he actually limits it to just a single. But now, all of a sudden, Station Camp, a little reminiscent of inning number 1, starting to tee off.
Yeah, they're starting to time up Ricky Allison a little bit, get the barrels on the baseball, and there's really know where you're going after this, though, after Ricky Allison.
Trip Fowler going to climb in here. As an RBI sac fly, a single and a strikeout. Appearance number 4 at home plate for him. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Allison trying to get out of this jam again with just 1 across. Good first pitch.
It's really good. We haven't seen the slider a whole lot. That was great.
Across for strike 1. And this is 8 and 9 coming up next. You got to find a way to get out here for the big bats come up if you're Allison. Here's the 0-1. Yeah, he offered at it. That's a strike. Went back to the same pitch, brought it further out, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, and that's one that's really hard to lay off of because it looks so much like the fastball coming out of that sidearm spot.
Runners at first and second as Allison will step off and check. Rubs the sweat a little bit. Looking for a big pitch. Slides and deals. Brought it inside and misses.
It's got to be tough to kind of back out of the way of because, I mean, you expect it to hit you, and then at the last second it breaks maybe a little bit close to the zone.
The 1-2 for Allison. Swung on and missed. That is a big Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout. It is the 4th for rookie Allison.
Yeah, pumped 79 miles an hour right past him. The challenge fastball with 2 strikes. Put it in a good spot inside part of the plate and able to get the strikeout for out number 2.
Chris Adams will step in here. He grounded out right back to rookie Allison, and the first pitch waved at and missed, and all of a sudden he's locked back in out there 0-1.
Yeah, he's found the groove again after allowing the 2 base runners.
And he's right back on the rubber trying to throw another pitch. Here comes the 0-1. A big swing and a miss there again, 0-2. Rookie, if you limit it to just 1, you get some of that MO back, and the Bees will be looking for a big rally in the bottom half. Here comes the 0-2. And instead, Allison steps back, and Yano was floating away. Could have been interesting if there was a throw there. He's pretty far off the bag.
2 outs, 2 strikes, though. Probably not going to have one.
0-2. 1-2.
Braden Green would like an explanation.
That is strike 3 right down the middle. It's ball 1 right down the middle. And last time this happened, they got a single. 1-2. That one's low and inside. 2-2. mean, I'm really trying not to hamper on it, but it's a huge factor in the game.
It is. I mean, it's
every time.
It's led to runs in this game.
Here's the 2-2. Called strike 3, a Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout for rookie Allison as he punches out the last 2 that he faces. Big bats due up for the Bees, Fallon, Shoup, and Wilson when we return. This is Upperman Baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective Auction Group offers expertise in a variety of services, including real estate, personal property, equipment, and nonprofit benefit auctions. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their upcoming auctions at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Auction Group is proud to support student-athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
What?
All right, we're in the bottom of the 5th inning. It is Justin Fallon's spot. He could re-enter. Wes Shanks is pitch hitting. And Chase Brown is going to hit in Justin Fallon's spot. You know him better than me. What's Coach doing, Jacob? You're welcome. Figure that one out. I don't get it.
The reasonable explanation is you get some base runners on here, you get some runs across, bring 6-7 guys to the plate. Justin Fallon comes up in the 7th. If you're in a close game, he's able to help you bring it across for the win.
Now, Chase Brown's swinging a good bat.
He is.
Justin Fallon's one of the biggest bats that's ever walked through this place. First pitch in, misses inside from Goodall for ball 1.
If he's able to reach base, works out.
It does. 1-0. This one's chopped over. Third baseman's been really good. Makes a nice adjustment. Throw to first is in time for out number 1.
And 2 pitches and 1 out there. And so if you're Goodall, you feel really good on the mound now, especially if you can go cleanly through this 6th inning. We'll see if Carson Shoup can maybe get it going.
Jake's about to call this game alone. This is bad for my blood pressure this evening as Carson Shoup will climb in. He's had a couple of fielder's choices today and a ground out, or line out rather. First pitch, a called strike, 0-1. The press box is in a frenzy. Here comes the 0-1. Shoup ropes this one in the left. It's a misread, but a nice adjustment, and jumping up to make the catch is Maloney. And it's quickly 2 up, 2 down, and Justin Fallon's not going to bat in this game, Jacob. They're going to bring up Alec Wilson.
It's a really good catch by Maloney. You said it. He kind of came in initially and then makes a nice athletic play for the second out of the inning. And, I mean, Alec Wilson, he's come up a couple times with 2 outs, and we'll see if he's able to get it going again. And they desperately need a 2-out rally here, especially after using the pinch hitter there with Chase Brown.
First pitch into Wilson. This one golfed up into the air, ranging back to third baseman, has a beat on it, and it's a blisteringly fast 1-2-3 inning. Station Camp on the door of their best win of the season here on the road. 10-5 as we head to the final frame. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in Visit them online at teeupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Are you looking for the best dining experience in the Upper Cumberland? Visit Fire and Vine in Cookeville's historic West Side. Fire and Vine offers great service and a unique menu, including mouth-watering deep dish pizza, delectable beef, chicken, fish, and more. Take in stunning views from the rooftop while enjoying your meal. Come and experience the charm and flavor of Fire and Vine, your new favorite spot for a memorable dining experience. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
This press box is unhinged right now as we head to the top of the 7th. Station Camp leads 10-5 as we head to the top of the 7th. And probably the best case scenario for all parties involved is for this game to end quickly. Rookie Allison back to work against 1, 2, 3 in the Bison order. It'll be 6, 7, 8 due up for the Bees as they look for a little humongous magic. They had a walk-off winner 5 days ago. This one would be a miracle and a half. And literally all you know what has broken loose around the ballpark tonight.
You would love to see a little humongous magic here.
First pitch called a strike, 0-1. I'm going to become an old-timer broadcast here, and I'm just going to sit back. Allison delivers. Swung on and missed. It's 0-2. Play-by-play. No balls and 2 strikes to Noah Baloney. Foul tipped, and we'll do it again. Yeah, and if you're smoking at the park tonight, you're really adding on to the experience that we've all had. Comes the 0-2 from Allison again. There's a ball, 1-2. Probably good for me to go reset this weekend. Jacob will have the action for you on Saturday. CPA comes to town. Comes the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch. This one fouled out of play. We'll do it again.
We had a signal that time. Wasn't really the right signal, but it was a signal. At least. I guess that's a start.
One, 2. That one misses. 2-2.
Getting superstitious now.
Not superstitious, but I am a little stitious. Here comes the 2-2 from rookie Allison. Good battle here.
I was
between
just going to
Maloney
say
and
it's a
Allison.
really good battle now. It got to 0-2, works it to 2-2. Countless foul balls so far as well. Rookie's done a really nice job staying in the zone. 41 pitches, 30 strikes.
2-2. Called strike 3. Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeouts. 3rd straight for rookie Allison. And he's dotting them up so far. He's got 6 punch-outs in 2 1/3 innings.
He's been pretty dominant for the most part. Obviously, the 1 run came across, but able to get that one to go and see if he can't get quickly through here and see if the bats can maybe find a little bit of spark coming up in the inning. Again, it's another double-digit hit day for the Bees, but down by 5 runs.
First pitch misses outside. Ball 1 here to Sam Mullins. Mullins has walked, grounded out, popped out on a bunt, and reached in an error. Done a little bit of everything so far. Here comes the 1-0. And it's 1-1. The 1-1, big swing and a miss, 1-2. Yeah, so your reasoning is done.
I tried.
One. Yeah, for the pinch hit. Fallon's day is done, we think. 1-2 from Allison to Mullins. 2-2.
I'll tell you what, though, Ricky Allison It's been really good. Obviously, Braden Wolke was really solid.
There are big pluses out of this game for Upperman in a weird sort of baseball game. The 2-2. That one waved at and missed. It's another Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout. How about rookie Allison? 4 straight punch-outs, and that's one of the pluses. The end result, we'll see if there's humongous magic, as we said, little humongous magic. But regardless, Braden Wolke came in and pitched really well his first outing in several weeks, and rookie Allison's continued his really impressive streak. As here comes Nate Parsons. He struck out looking at his past 2 appearances.
And we know how good Carson Holroyd has been, obviously, in his relief appearances before today. He's been really, really solid, just getting the first start as a B.
It's a totally different experience coming in and starting in a game like this. Here comes the 1-0. 2-0. 2-0. That one sent up and out of play. Nearly into the lights, but it dodges it. 2-1.
The Bees, was it 10 out of their last 11?
11 out of 12.
11 out of 12 that they have won. Obviously, they've been on a pretty big run here.
They had a huge 7th inning on Saturday against Smith County.
Going to need a little bit more.
Where was
in this one? They called it a strike.
Okay, 2-2.
Yeah, it was the 3-second delay called strike.
And the forward call. The forward one. 2-2 for Parsons. Good battle again. And this also has confirmed something we thought after looking at the stats. Station Camp is way better than their overall record indicates.
And I mean, you expect them to be good, and especially playing these type of ball games and playing good competition, having an opportunity to take on Upperman.
2-2. Let's do it again. Everything been fouled over that right field line. The kids are getting a workout on the hill trying to go get them in the woods.
There's a big old moth or something flying around in the infield now, too.
Only you would notice that.
Hit the dirt. Oh, it's back up. Yano's going to have to take care of it.
Oh, I see it now. That thing is gigantic.
See?
Here comes the 2-2. Outside, ball 3. We run full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. To Nate Parsons, the 3-hole hitter. Colton Coburn on deck next if Parsons finds a way to get on here. Comes the payoff pitch. Barreled up. Long way to go, and it will be through. What an at-bat there. Parsons with a ton of speed. Chugs around first. He's heading to second. Here comes the throw from Huddleston. Tag there. Not in time. Delayed call, but he's safe. He legs out the double. That's some serious speed from out of the batter's box on that one. Should have been a single, but he chugs into second. And now we're going to have a trip out from Wes Shanks, and we'll see if there's a move here. At 55 pitches.
2 outs.
This would be a weird spot for a move.
Yeah, he's got 20 more pitches still to play with, and he's giving the ball up.
We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Aminette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
Well, this has been the weirdest day of the year at the ballpark. A change for Wes Shanks with 2 outs in the top of the 7th after a legged out double for Parsons. And against the cleanup batter, Carson Shoup, going to make his 2nd appearance of the season. Played in that disastrous Saturday. This is turning into a disastrous Thursday for the Bees. If this continues, they're looking for 1 out of the right-handed reliever.
Yeah, and you need that out. Obviously, 5 runs is going to be hard to come back from no matter what. So you have to put – you already got the 1 run across. You got to keep it to that 1 run here in the inning. And obviously, Parsons, we saw, he's got a good amount of speed over there at second base.
And we're all surprised because Rookie Allison's throwing well. That was a good AB for Parsons. And first pitch swinging for Shoup. That's into left. 1 pitch, and it's down. Run scores with ease. Coburn around second. He's chugging for third. Throw is cut off. Here it comes to third. Tag down. It was close, but he's safe. It's going to be an RBI triple over there for Coburn, and it's a 6-run lead, and I'm confused.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a ball that should have been caught out there as well. Just right over the head of Green out in left field, and didn't take a great approach to it. Inning continues for Station Camp.
Somebody in the press box can help me out. Who's at third base right now for the Bees? Rookie Allison's at third as the first pitch for Shoup is across at the knee. Strike 1 to Colin Gillespie.
So just the straight-up switch. Shoup to the mound. Allison over to third. Holroyd staying behind the plate.
That one misses low. 1-1.
Could be a big opportunity on Saturday.
Oh. The 1-1. I think you feel a lot better about that 2 hours ago than you feel right now. This is a weird one tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's that simple. This is a weird one. Here comes the 2-1. Good pitch for Carson Shoup across for strike 2.
Yeah, it goes with the breaking ball on 2-1 and able to throw it for the strike, and got to get that last out.
Here comes the 2-2. Went back to it. That time misses inside. We run full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Colin Gillespie, he has a couple of singles, a strikeout and a line out today. 3-2 payoff pitch. Ball 4. Holroyd able to keep it close enough, and it's runners at the corners now here. And for the Bees, you were going to have Allison, Yano, and Holroyd do up, down 5. You give up the double and then the immediate hook for Allison, and now a run's already across. You've got runners at the corners for Jackson Miller's had a huge day. 3 hits already, a couple of RBIs to go along with it.
Yeah, and obviously, you said it, Shoup came in that blowout loss earlier this season as a runner comes on for Station Camp, but a big problem in there were the walks. 5 walks in those 2 2/3.
Yeah, has not pitched very much in varsity games. It's the first year we've seen him throw in varsity games, just his 2nd appearance. He's had a great year over at third base. That one up and away. It bounces back to Holroyd, though. Play at the plate, not in time. He's safe. He slid under it. On the wild pitch, another run across, and this one's over, 12-5.
Not technically, but yes.
I don't get it at all.
He said it. I think he said it pretty well. Been weird.
A lot of different things have been weird tonight.
All around.
Yes. Comes the 1-0. Holroyd able to knock it down, throw down to third, and a get-out-of-jail-free card. Cooked him at third to retire the side. 2 big runs across for Station Camp. They've scored 3 unanswered, and it's 12-5. Last chance for the Bees when we return. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future, it's what we do.
Grayson Goodall trying to close out a huge signature win for Station Camp. They lead by 7 on the road in Baxter against the Bees. It is 6-7-8. We got no clue who's going to bat for the Bees in this happening. Rookie Allison is going to start it here. Goodall's been pretty good in relief.
Well,
the Bees have left 9 runners on the base paths.
I don't think it can change. They've already used their subs.
That's a good point.
So.
See Jackson West.
Yeah.
That's about it.
For Station Camp, you mentioned it, they've only got 8 wins on the year, but 3 out of their last 4 have been some pretty big wins. This one going to be up there with one of the best ones. They've got wins against DeKalb County. Lebanon is a pretty good win. Davidson Academy in there as well, alongside Cumberland County and Macon County. So, obviously, some known opponents for Upperman in years past, and this is definitely going to be their biggest win of the season, especially with the score that it is.
First pitch bounces in to Rookie Allison. 1 AB at a time for the Bees, trailing by 7. That one's outside for ball 2. For Allison today, it's been another great day at the plate. He's got a single, an RBI double, a walk, and he pitched really well. Got the hook super quick in the top half, and he'll barrel this one up. That is well struck, angling back and down. Another extra base hit for Rookie Allison. He will chug into second with a leadoff stand-up double for the Bees.
Yeah, that's exactly what the Bees needed to get going here in the bottom of the 7th. Down by 7, you're not going to get them all back at one time. Just keep those guys going and see if you can't trade spots there at second base for Juju Yano.
Juju Yano 1 for 2 today with a single, a walk, and a run scored. He's struck out once as well. And Rookie Allison is on a tear right now at the plate. 11 base hits for the Bees today. It's been weird because they've hit the ball pretty well.
Yeah.
Haven't gotten a bunch of runs out of it. Chaos with the substitutions, the zone, everything's been weird tonight. First pitch swinging for Yano. That one may stay in the park. Giving chase in foul territory and a misread. That's a very tough read. Leads to strike 1.
Yeah, that is a big break for Juju Yano as well. And for the Bees in general, you can't afford an out. You're down by 7 runs. You got to keep it at 0 outs for as long as you can and keep those base runners moving around.
But again, even if they get a huge inning, Justin Fallon's day is done. Got pinch hit for to lead off the 6th. It was a 1-2-3 quick inning.
And he's done because he was pinch ran for
Exactly.
before that.
He's been subbed twice, already re-entered once. 0-1, that's right down Main Street to Yano, and it's 0-2 as Goodall tries to lock in. Got plenty of run support to play with, trying to slam the door. Lead at second for Allison. Comes the 0-2. Yano flips this one into right. Right fielder is there. Throw behind Allison. He's just back in time. That was close. That throw actually beat him.
Yeah,
it took him off the bat.
Yeah, you saw the field umpire said he was off the bag, so that means it was close enough to make a call.
Garson Holroyd will stride in, has an RBI single. He's reached on an error. He's struck out. Bees down to their final 2 outs today.
Thinking of why that pinch hit makes sense there, and obviously it doesn't, so maybe he didn't want him to use his leg and save that hamstring for another day. I don't know.
Goodall has now the out on the board. He's thrown 52 pitches in relief. Kicks and deals. Holroyd, first pitch swinging, fouls it back.
And again, he said it. They've been really good at the plate. Only get an out hit by 5 hits in the game.
9 Bees left on the base paths today, but 9 Bison been left out there as well.
Yeah, they've got 12 runs across. I mean, they've been just taking trips around the bases today.
It was blitzkrieg from go. 6 across immediately in the first inning. Since then, it's been a pretty back-and-forth ball game, but that's a huge cushion. That's why it's so important. 0-1. This one chopped over by Holroyd. Long way to go from short. He's going to flip to third. It's a brilliant play. And they will make the tag for out number 2. So Holroyd reaches first on a fielder's choice. And that's a really smart play by the shortstop Mullins, because he was not going to be able to make a throw to first. Allison moving on contact, and the Bees down to their final out today.
Yeah, and Allison, like you said, expecting that throw to go to first. That's why he's pretty much running the whole way, but a great decision to get that lead out. And, yeah, now you're down to your final out and a runner over at first rather than at second or third.
First pitch to Evan Huddleston. This one sent over, grabbed at short, and that will do it. Ball game. Final score tonight, Station Camp 12, Upperman 5. The Bison come on the road and handle business in impressive fashion.
Yeah, and again, one of their biggest wins of the season, 12-5. They win it. Come on the road. Big thing for the Bees, though, they've got some great opportunities remaining on the schedule. Obviously, CPA Saturday, they're going to go to Station Camp next Thursday, so you got to flush this one. You got one of the best teams in the state coming in on Saturday, and you got to get ready for that one in quick fashion and keep those bats going. That's the positive in this game. The bats have been really solid. Keep those going coming up on Saturday, but you're going to need, obviously, some better defensive play and some better pitching as well.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game today, Jacob.
We'll look through. Baloney had a great game. He was 3 for 5 with 2 runs scored. Coburn drove in 3 runs as well. And so they had a couple of really good days at the plate. Miller was good on the mound, and he had some hits. So we're going to go with Miller. The 3 innings in the start, and at the plate, really solid. 3 for 4, 2 runs driven in. And a run scored as well. Jackson Miller, the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game.
Bees back in action 12 noon on Saturday when they welcome in the CPA Lions, the #1 ranked Division II Class 2A team in the state. Final score today from Baxter, Station Camp 12, Upperman 5. That'll do it for us. I'm Noah McKay for Jacob Vincent. Am I right, and everybody at UCR? Have a great night, everybody.